everybody. I believe that we are live. We should be. Yes, we are. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry Rice. I review games for the Montreal Canadiens, and tonight we played in the TD Garden at home, or sorry, not at home, on the road against the Boston Bruins. We're back at home next game. But we played in the TD Garden against the Boston Bruins, and unfortunately, would end up losing. The final score was 4-2. We're gonna go through it. If you guys got any comments or questions, put them in the chat. I'll get to them. We'll go through the lineups, my notes for the game, and then we'll round it out with the final stats. The open lines for the Canadiens were Harvey Pinard, Suzuki, Hoffman, Drouin, Dach, Gurianov, Pitlick, Evans, Gallagher, and Pezzetta, Tierney, Belzil, Matheson, Savard, Edmondson, Barron, and Kovacevic, Weidman were on the blue line. Jake Allen, unfortunately, would get the start in net. Montembeault backs him up, having provided a very solid past 3 games for the Canadiens. The opening lines for the Bruins were Marchand, Bergeron, DeBrusk, Zacha, Krejci, Pastrnak, Bertuzzi, Coyle, Frederick, and Greer, Nosek, Hathaway were on forward for them. Grizzlick, McAvoy, Lindholm, Orloff, and Zaboral, Clifton were on the blue line for the Bruins. Jeremy Swayman gets the start net, having a spectacular season. Linus Ullmark backs him up, having probably the best season overall for a goaltender in I want to say 10, 15 years. I want to say in about a decade since Carey Price last had his heart-winning season. Yeah, Clifford, how's it going, man? Hey, Harry, yes, the Canucks, yep, lost 3-1 to the Bruins. Yep, that was when Ullmark scored a goal. No Marchands were injured, unfortunately, or McAvoy's, unfortunately not. But yeah, Clifford, I do remember that, and I especially remember the goal because every time I go on TSN to look up the Canadiens game for the goal scorers to make sure I have the assists right, it always plays me the fucking goal. So yeah, I love guitar. John Speed, I love guitar too. No, guitar. Why do you love guitar, my guy? Before the game, Jake Evans returns to the lineup with Evans out for likely the rest of the season. Lunan was still a healthy scratch with health reasons. Tristan Jarry, I did see that. Tristan Jarry tried his look last night. He was wide by a few feet. I did hear about that, Clifford. I did hear about that. Thank you for the update, though. I actually probably would have forgotten that until you told me. So you did remind me. Thank you. Habs early have a good push. They had the wheels started up early. They actually did have the early jump on the Boston Bruins. They both exchanged shots through their respective creases. Neither of their goalies would get fooled. Habs had momentum. There's a nice chance for Kirby Dach. Canadiens, I think, led in shots at one point 4-1, which was very surprising, especially given how this is the Canadiens, how this is the Montreal Canadiens. Guitar and oil money is so dope. I see that, John. I'm very happy to hear. I'm very happy for you, my guy. I'm very happy you have a rich uncle, and hell yeah, very happy to hear that, my guy. Let's go. I've heard guitar is a fun time. I've heard that too, Clifford. Admittedly, I have heard that a time or two as well. Then the Bruins score. Tyler Bertuzzi gets his first as a Bruin. I believe they said he has 5 assists in, I think, 7 games with the Bruins up to this point. So he gets his first as a Boston Bruin. He was high-sticked afterwards. No penalty, surprisingly, on the play. But that would be the least egregious. Non-call of the night. That would be the least egregious, basically. But Tyler Bertuzzi just kind of bats it in off Jake Allen. He can't hold the post. That's a goal that sucks. We should have started Sam Montembeault. Yeah, Tyler Bertuzzi opens the scoring. It thankfully would not be the game winner, though, which would imply that we got shut out. But as you can read the title or the description, or if you somehow did not do either of those things, and you'll hear through my voice, that would not be the only goal scored of the game. Not by a long shot. Hey, Kat, how's it going? Thank you for coming by. Thank you very much. Gallagher gets upended by Bergeron. That's actually a pretty decent hit. Bruins they push back up by 1. Bergeron and Krejci's lines had really good chances. Coyle and Nosek's lines were very much used for defensive purposes mostly, but Bertuzzi did end up scoring. But they played very well. I thought the Bruins rolled a good 4-line system. They played very well. There's a Bertuzzi shot that's high over the net. Marchand has a missed pass. Marchand had a very poor game by Marchand standards. He could not really pass the puck. He didn't get many shots. We did a good job of stopping him from getting chances, but unfortunately, that would not mean that we won the game. The Bruins are not a one-line team anymore like they were 4 years ago when they made the Cup Finals. Which, speaking of, the Bruins are a first-round exit still, more than likely. Hey, Cam, how's it going? Thank you for coming by. Cam the man. But yeah, Marchand had a missed pass. The Habs tried to come in numbers. Bruins with good defense to hold them off. Bruins had very good transition game. When they were meant to play defense, they played very well. They were very on their own. They're very on their toes. Very, all right. Suddenly, switch to defense, switch to offense. They were very they were very good at adjusting to where they had to be. Barron has a nice shot that nearly beats Swayman, but unfortunately it doesn't. Pitlick then hits Bergeron. Marchand defends his captain 100%. Sorry, boys. Marchand will defend his captain 100% of the time. He goes after Pitlick. Marchand gets 4 for roughing. Pitlick gets 2 for interference. I want to say it was Trent Frederick that went in the box to serve the second minor for Marchand, or for Marchand. Sorry. I want to say that was the case, but either way, the Canadiens do go to the power play. Matheson takes a holding penalty about 30 seconds in. Habs are over 1 on the power play. Remember when Marchand whiffed on the puck during that shootout against Philly? It was really an attempt the Bruins lost. I do, Clifford. And clearly we see which team is doing better now. Pepperidge Farms remembers definitely, Clifford. Anyways, for real, Qatar is buying my favorite soccer team in Europe, giving them pretty much unlimited money so we can rule the world. Hell yeah, John Speed. Somehow you still won't land Lionel Messi, though. Somehow. Who, by the way, is from Italy. I will let you know that he is from the Italia. So, yeah. 4-4 Bruins push. Pastrnak tries to score his 49th goal of the year. Bergeron gets a good chance. Bruins control, and during their power play, it's much the same. However, the game does remain 1-0 for the Boston Bruins. Habs are 1-for-1 on the penalty kill. If this other thing gets interfered with, that's a penalty. Habs go to the power play. First unit doesn't look too great. The second unit with Duran on there, nice fast passing. There's a Justin Barron slapper that's just off the post. Ronaldo left our team this November, so we would never allow that fraud Pesci to join. Good point. Also, goes to show how good your team is when Cristiano Ronaldo leaves. Oof. No, hopefully he comes back now that you actually have money. But there's, like I said, there's Justin Barron slapper just off the post. Habs with some good passing, but there's good interception by the Bruins right at the end. 0-for-2 on the power play are the Canadiens. And then it's 2-0 Bruins. Allen can't make a save. Jake Allen on a very clear break puts it home from Connor Clifton, who came out of the box. He was the one who took the penalty on Pezzetta. Nice break for Jake DeBrusk. He puts it home on the glove side. Then we got a scrum shortly afterwards. Soccer or football is too boring for me to watch. I would agree with you, Cameron. I want to get into soccer and football. Well, soccer, football, whatever region of the world you're from, to call it either soccer or football. I wanted to check it out, but just I'll stick to the video games. I'll stick to playing the games where I don't have to watch 3 hours of football. Ronaldo left us for Saudi Arabia oil money, so it's ironic that we now have that. Yeah, pretty much, John Speed, pretty much. That is kind of funny, actually. Jake Evans in on a near... Sorry. Jake Evans gets in on a near break. Swayman covers. Bruins go after Evans. Everyone was getting involved. The game was getting very, very rough at it. Then the penalties come out of it. And I assumed it was, okay, Swayman for roughing because he went after Evans. Not quite to the level of Binnington, but still went after him. McAvoy for taking down Jake Evans. And then maybe Evans for spraying Swayman with the ice, because that is a penalty. That can be a penalty. They call Evans for a slash and a rough on McAvoy. McAvoy gets called for roughing too. This is the issue with the NHL officiating. Granted, yes, the Canadiens did come out of this one. The Bruins came out of this with a power play. Montreal came out of the last one with a power play. But just, you call Evans for a rough when he sprays Swayman with the ice, and then he gets taken down and basically triple teamed by 2 Bruins and their goaltender. And Evans gets a rough. This would not be the only time that Jake Evans would either go to the box for something that he did do and then not go to the box because he didn't draw a penalty when he should have. I was trying to find a way to relate the 2 incidents. We'll get to the second one later. I was trying to find a way. It didn't quite work out. I tried. Give me a fucking applaud, I guess. Bruins power play looks solid. However, Habs are able to clear. There isn't much on the Bruins power play. We are 2 for 2 on the PK tonight. Need to remind you guys, coming into tonight, this is the best power play in the National Hockey League. Yeah. No one's soccer team won 7-2 like today, like the Senators did. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Pretty much, Clifford. Every soccer game usually ends like what 1-0, 2-1 maybe. My team lost to its biggest rival 7-0 3 weeks ago. Sens got lucky though. Definitely John Speed. They absolutely got lucky. They were very very lucky to win a game. So yeah. Hey, I already predicted this loss for the Habs. Boston's too strong. I agree, Randy. Jake Allen was in net, so you can kind of almost guarantee that it was going to be a Habs loss. Clifford is a lot of goals for soccer. You'd expect at most 3-0. That's genuine. That's like getting embarrassed in hockey, like 14-2. That's like getting embarrassed in hockey, like I said. Yeah, every soccer game I watch, whenever I do watch, is 0-0. Exactly, Cam. Exactly. Randy, 4 goals on 18 shots. Or sorry, excuse me, 4 goals on 20 shots. That's all I gotta say. Where was I? Okay, 2-1-2. And then the Bruins go to the PK. Wow. Mike Hoffman gets involved with AJ Greer before a faceoff can happen. They're kind of just slashing at each other. Hoffman gives him a very very light cross check. Greer then high sticks him right in the not a high stick, sorry, cross checks him in the face. I put high stick on my notes, but it was a cross check. Hoffman's bleeding. He bends over, and the refs immediately call a 5-minute major in a game misconduct. They do review it just because they actually called a 5-minute major. They do review it because they can do it, and it would have been fair if it was Hoffman drove his stick up, but I do understand why they review it because they kind of have to review game majors now, I think. And the call is confirmed. It's a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for AJ Greer. Unfortunately, I was hoping they would only give him a minor so that we could see someone give him a high stick to the face and hopefully take him out of the game themselves. But he would get kicked out. I believe that is a total of 15 minutes of penalty time. Yeah, because the 10-minute game misconduct and a 5-minute major. Yeah, so 15 minutes of penalties right there for AJ Greer. Everybody else on the Habs played Stanley Cup type hockey. Randy, we actually did play good. We actually surprisingly did play good, though. That's pretty funny. Cameron, yeah, it was pretty nasty. It was a pretty nasty game, I would say. Sorry, excuse me. Canadians actually getting a good push from their first unit early on. Second unit with Bruin plays very well. Yeah, Bruin was making some good passes. Gurianov had really good chances. Hoffman not there. I forget who was put onto the second unit. I want to say it was Pitlick that might have been put on in exchange for Hoffman because he was out. No goals, unfortunately. Matheson gets a great chance that's just off the post. The rebound's out. Habs try to get it. They scramble for it, but nothing. Shortly after, though, Nick Suzuki gets his career high 22nd goal of the year. Gurianov and Dach with the assist there. 19 seconds left in the first period. That was the momentum shift we needed to enter the second period with. And we kind of would. The shots after the first period are 12-8 for the Habs, but a 2-1 Boston lead. 2-1 Bruins lead after 20 minutes of play with about just over 2 minutes left on the 5-minute major to start the second period. Canadians, like I said, start the second with the power play. They got a couple chances from both units. They were playing very, very well. Good momentum shift. Swayman makes an incredible stop on Harvey Pinard. Really good tic-tac-toe play by the first unit. Dach had fanned on a set play, unfortunately. Swayman then goes after Suzuki. I said hope someone criters him tonight. Unfortunately, nobody would because nobody tripped up one of our players. Leafs got their first 5-on-3 goal of the season tonight. I did see that, Cameron. I think you posted that in the Sim League chat earlier. Canucks are beating the Sharks 1-0 8 minutes in the game. Yeah, I did see JT Miller's actually not being a cancer, surprisingly. Clifford, thank you, man. Yeah, I did see that, John Speed. I did know that McDavid scored his 60th on the first goal of the game. I did see that on the Hockey Guy recap. I did not know he missed a breakaway, slammed his stick twice on the boards, got another breakaway and scored. That's admittedly pretty cool. I might not like McRegular season, but that's pretty cool. Gabriel, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. I much appreciated. We are 1 for 3 on the power play tonight, or the Canadians. I said 1 for 3 because I figured it's kind of 2 power plays. I know if we score a goal, it's 1 for 1 on the power play. Figured might as well give us 2 more or 1 more and make the power play worse than it probably looked. Yeah, Pizzetta gets hard with Pizzetta gets hit hard with several cross checks by Zaboral, and he's down. God damn it. Hey, yo, Gabriel. No, Pacific. Fuck, alright. Pacific gets hit hard with several crash checks by Zaboral. He's down, there's no penalty. That genuinely sucks that there was not a penalty there. And then it's 3-1 Boston. Oh, it's 3-1 Boston. Pastrnak puts it home on the 5-hole in Allen. That's a terrible goal allowed. There's a terrible shot blocked by Edmondson as well. Allen's able to see the puck though. And yeah, just like that, it's 3-1 Boston. You kind of know it's going to be over at that point. A, Habs aren't scoring 4 goals on Jeremy Swayman, and B, Jake Allen didn't give us a chance in this game. So yeah, McRegular season is having quite the regular season, almost like he's got exactly. That is true. 138 points in 72 games. That's on pace for what? 154 points, something like that. I think. To be honest, you call him McRegular season, but in the total games played last playoffs, him and Draisaitl average exactly 2 points per game, but exactly John Speed. Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl's better than McDavid. They carried us to the Western Conference Finals. I will agree with that, John Speed. You need depth to do good in the playoffs. Unfortunately, others didn't have that. We'll see if they do this year, though. Not enough to beat the Avs super team. Oh, definitely not, John Speed. Definitely not. He's on pace for 157 points. Really, admittedly, that's pretty good. The only issue is playoffs. Thank you. Thank you to the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs for the contribution. No, thank you, Boston Bruins. I'm pretty sure we've beaten Toronto 2 out of 3 times, have we not? Have we not beaten the Maple Leafs 2 out of 3 times? Hey, let's go, Cap. Flames and Knights. I've heard I think that's going to be a pretty decent game. Oh, yeah, Leafs beat Panthers. Okay, Gabriel, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if the Leafs beat the Panthers, then yeah. Thank you to the Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs for the contributions to the 2022-23 Montreal Canadiens rebuilding campaign. Donate money to help Devon Dudley become a building. Wait, wrong campaign. Shit, wrong campaign. You're welcome, man. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. The PayPal in the description. Donate so the Canadiens get first overall. I'll give all $2 I get from now to the draft lottery to Gary Bettman to rig it for the Canadiens. The NHL needs the money more than I do. Bruins push some more. Pitlick gets hit by Bergeron in the Habs zone. Canadiens managed to keep pace with the Bruins actually at this point. They had a couple decent looks for the Bruins with very solid defense. They have a good defensive structure. They have a good defensive team. And, just overall, the Canadiens, while they were playing well offensively, again, the Bruins just well defensively to prevent a shit ton of shots from getting on Swayman, even though there would actually be, I think we had 32 shots to end the game. Could have been up to 40, 45. Genuinely could have been. Could have been 40 to 45 shots on net. Very, very surprised that it wasn't. But then again, when you look at the Bruins defense, yeah. Sorry, I'm going to not bookmark. I'm going to just highlight where I stopped because, yeah. All right, there we go. Sorry. 2-1 in the second, and now it's getting rough and fast-paced. Ooh, Cat, I like those types of games. Donate in the Habs. Exactly, Cameron. Donate and the Habs might get a better percentage at drafting Connor Bedard. Who knows? You have a shot at Bedard still. We have won 7-0 the last 9 to guarantee pretty much no dice. Thank you, Clifford. Thank you, guys. You guys can get Matvei Mishkov in 3 years when you're somehow still trying to convince yourselves that you're actually in a playoff spot. Then yeah, there we go. Someday we got to get Bob and Noah in the stream at the same time. Gabriel, if we do, that stream might not ever end. Yes, Gabriel. Hell yeah, Cat. Let's go. McDavid's line mates in 2018 were a combination of Lucic, Cassian, Ratty, Archibald, and Tobias Ryder. Hey, John Speed. Don't diss Tobias Ryder, and don't diss Ty Ratty. McDavid couldn't keep up with those guys. Just don't diss Toby Reeder. Noah's probably crying because the Canes lost, probably. Hey, David coming by. He's finally out of his shell since the Leafs have been a laughing stock the last 2 months. Habs, Harry thanking the Leafs. Yeah, thank you for taking Rodion Amirov and leaving us legitimate top 4 defenseman Caden Gooley. Thank you, Maple Leafs, for not picking future franchise defenseman Lane Hudson. Thank you for choking a 3-1 series lead to the Montreal Canadiens, and thank you for letting us beat you 2 out of 3 times this year. Can't wait to beat you 3 out of 4 later next month. Lucic was a 30. That is true, Clifford. Lucic was a 30 goal scorer about 12 years ago. Exactly. Lucic has the one Flames. So fuck. I wanted Lucic in last game. Damn it. Bob. Oh, John Speed. Believe me, I have thanked the Oilers many times. But if in case you guys don't know why I'm thanking the Maple Leafs is because the Leafs heavily wanted Lane Hutson. Lane Hutson even apparently thought that he'd be going to Toronto with how much they wanted him. And then they said, you know what? We'll pass. He's 5'8". He's not going to grow. And now he's 5'10". And he might end up being 6 foot, 6'1". But yeah, no, John Speed, that trade looks not good for you guys. I like Brett Kulak. I like him as a good defensive defenseman, but holy hell, a second, and I think you also gave up a 7th round pick. Whew. A second, a 7th, and William Legason for Brett Kulak. Admittedly, you guys did re-sign Brett Kulak, so it doesn't look as bad as it really could have been. Yeah. Kulak has been the definition of mid this season. Has he actually, John Speed? Gabriel, Bob debate went on for errors. Dude, it did, Gabriel. I gotta find. Because I know on the channel, I'm pretty sure I renamed the video just like Bob debate. Did I not name it Bob debate? Wait, what the fuck? Bob. Yeah. Habs lose to the Ducks 5-4 regulation / Bob debate. 3.5 hours of streaming for a Bob debate. 3.5 hours, and unfortunately, I don't think I have the comments on that video because I didn't think to yeah, because I don't think this was the point. It might have been. Let me look at the video real quick. Yes, I have the chat replay. Boys, I actually have the chat replay. Oh my god. Boys, I actually have the chat replay. So you can, well, I mean, if the clip wants to load. There we go. Yeah. Where is he? Where is Bob? Did Bob not come by at this point? I'm trying to find where Bob. But yeah, no, Bob, yeah, no, dude. Bob came in, man, just like, wow. Let's go. All right, let's go. Noah, what happened? I thought the Canes were a good team. NZA, your first mistake was thinking the Canes are good. Yeah. Lucic prescribed for 2 games. Thank you, NZA. Appreciate it, man. Awful trade. John Speed, I couldn't agree more, man. On behalf, sound good? Does it? I was gonna say, does it look good? Does the stream look good? And does the mic sound good? It should be 2-2, but Breadman was getting hit with his head down, and they called it a kicking motion. W. I don't know why teams keep drafting based on height. At this point, height shouldn't be that big of a factor. No pun intended, I hope, Gabriel. But yeah, I agree, man. Like, dude, like genuinely, apparently there's already redraft talks that if you redraft this draft, Lane Hutson, if he was like 6'1", 6'2", would be a top 5 contender, which is just mwah. Like, seriously, it's hilarious. Because again, Cole Caulfield went 15th to the Canadiens. 13 teams passed on him. I'd say realistically he could have gone 3rd to 5th. 13, well, technically 15 teams passed on him because, first, second, whatever. I'll count those. 14 teams passed on Cole Caulfield because of his height. He's a future 50 goal scorer. Just love it. I love it. The Oilers can't blow McDavid. Whoa, Clifford, the fuck are you talking about? The Oilers can't blow McDavid. Whoa. They have to win. The Oilers can't blow McDavid. They have to win at least 1 cup with him. Otherwise, it will be a big black mark on his career. I mean, it might be a big black something else if they can't blow him, but I mean, that makes sense. Hey, the retarded Canes fan is back. Let's go. Canes fell asleep today. Off game is fine once in a while. We're still 3rd in the NHL and still not going to win a round more than likely. But yeah, 3rd in the NHL, first out of the playoffs. Nah, Gabriel. They got to lose in 6. They got to give their fans hope, and then they got to just be, oh, fuck, yeah, we're Hartford. We don't win series. Yeah. Off game, you guys had 30 shots. Exactly, Care. That's like if I said, oh, the Canadiens had an off game today. When we kept pace with the Bruins for a vast majority of the game. Flames are so bad, they need to help the Oilers by beating Vegas and can't even do that. Let's go, John Speed. Hell yeah. And the Rangers had 16 shots. Oh, I see, Cameron. Wait, who was in net for the Canes? Please tell me it was Auntie Ranta. Please tell me it was Ranta. Thank you, Gabriel. I'm glad you're liking the voice cracks. I don't know why they're happening, but they are. 2-1 Canucks now with 6 minutes left in the first. Kuzmenko, dude, Clifford, yeah. Kuzmenko was a steal. Did you guys draft him, or was he a free agent signing? He was a free agent signing, right? Why would we want to help the Oilers anyway? Exactly, Anzi. I mean, yeah, to be fair, that is true. I wanted the Oilers to sign Kuzmenko so bad I knew he was going to be a stud. I even got him in a fantasy draft start off this year. Yeah, John Speed, like, I thought Kuzmenko would be like, okay, he might be a good, like middle six guy. Like, not like the next Panarin, but like, low-key is looking like the next fucking Artemi Panarin. Low-key is looking like the next Artemi Panarin. He's 27, yes, but 61 points, 34 goals in 69 nice games. Is on pace for roughly 40 goals. If he gets hot, could score 40 goals this year. I genuinely think Andrei Kuzmenko might, maybe not to the exact level, but could be the next Artemi Panarin, the next great Russian forward coming out of the KHL. He's amazing. Yeah, you guys signed him 2 more seasons for like you said, like 2.75 or 4 million, something around there. Genuinely insane. You gotta love Cam York, man. Exactly. Gabriel, it's so funny. He's only going to be remembered for going right before Caulfield. Exactly. Dude is only going to be remembered like, hey, who's the guy who went before Cole Caulfield? Oh yeah, Cam York, Oh, who's the dude who went after Cam York? Cole Caulfield. Why aren't you asking me who went before Cole Caulfield? Like, funny. Exactly. Okay, Broberg's not that great, but yeah, like, I do think in a redraft of the 2019 draft class, it's going to be any 3 of like Zegras, Hughes, and Caulfield that you can pick 1 through 3. And there's not really a wrong answer. I genuinely think in 10 years from now, when you're doing a redraft, you can have Zegras, Caulfield, Hughes, any one of those 3 going 1, 2, and 3 and be like, yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah, no, you can make an argument for blah, 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 but not bad. Like, there's no wrong answer there. Yeah, Clifford, exactly. Frieden signing out of the KHL. Thank you, man. Noah, we're not obsessed with the Canes. Excuse me. We're not obsessed with the Whalers. We just talk about them because you do. I bet my dad's watch on his cupping. Noah, I hope you're ready to part with your dead dad's. I'm assuming he's dead because he said your dad's watch. I don't know why you point out that it's your dad's watch. But yeah, better get ready to lose your dad's watch then. You do not have the best chance, Noah. That would be the Boston Bruins. Because all you do is talk about them. Exactly, Cameron. We're legit cup contenders. Noah, get to the West, get to the Eastern Conference Final, get to the Western Conference Finals like Montreal. No, get to the Conference Finals and then maybe you're a cup contender. Kuzmenko's already 27. Exactly, John Speed. Exactly, man. Exactly. You'll be out of the first round with us. Let's go, Cameron. At least the Leaf fan knows where he'll be. Oilers defo won't be out first round though. Bye Canes and Leafs. Pretty much, John Speed. Yeah, I think they're a second round exit this year. I think the Leafs will do like the Canucks in 2011. Couldn't beat the Blackhawks for like 3 straight seasons. Then Game 7 went to OT and Burrow slayed the Dragon. Yes, he did. Big shout out, by the way. People forgetting Canucks blew a 3-0 series lead in that game and then won it in overtime. I believe after blowing a 3-0 lead in that game too. Very funny. But yeah, no, Clifford, that'd be nice. Hopefully without the rioting and hopefully without winning the Stanley Cup. I know the Canucks didn't do that, but just, yeah. But no, it'd be really funny. It'd be funny if the Leafs did something like that. And yeah, we'll see though. We'll see if it happens, and if it does, when it happens. Yeah. Then the Bruins go to the power play. Matheson gets called for tripping. Bruins get some good chances. Suzuki nearly gets found for a clean break. Belzil has a nice race to a puck. He creates a scoring chance off that, and we are 4 for 4 on the PK tonight. Just a reminder, the Bruins are the best power play team in the NHL. Genuinely, first in the league on the power play. And we're 4 for 4. Oh, sorry, Kat. The Canes have the best chance to get swept again. That is true, Kat. When did the Canes get swept? Carolina Hurricanes playoffs. See, this is how little I play off to the. This is how little I play off. This is how little I pay attention to the Hurricanes. Lost the conference semifinals. Okay, they lost in the second round to the New York Rangers. Wow, yeah. Then 2021 they lost in 5 to the goddamn Lightning. Then they lost in the first round in 5 to the Boston Bruins. God damn, the Hurricanes suck. And then they lost in the conference finals. Wow, the one year they actually got to the conference finals. And then before that, it's about a decade of missing. It's about a decade of missing the playoffs, which is hilarious. I showed up 20 minutes ago, and I shit. Actually, am I shit? Wait, what? Great, Anderson. Gabriel, is that confirmed now? Montreal. I like that you guys immediately tell me. No wait, fuck, not Montreal Canadiens on Twitter. Canadiens Montreal Twitter. There we go. Wow, yep, there we go, boys. 17 minutes ago, it is confirmed. Forward Josh Anderson will miss the remainder of the season due to a high ankle sprain. So there we go. It's confirmed. What I expected to be the case last time. Yeah, this is what I expected to happen after what happened last game. This is what I said. I'm pretty sure Anderson's out the rest of the season. So honestly, that's fair. There's 10 games left. You might as well just, shut guys down if they get hurt now. Yeah, genuinely. I'm not surprised Anderson's out. It was a dirty hit by fucking Mikhail Sergachev. Fuck him still. I can't wait until the day someone fucking just Donald Brashears them. Except this time it's actually warranted and not a hate crime. No, but seriously, fucking Donald Brashear's a goat. Fucking hit the like button if you like Donald Brashear, and if you don't, you're a racist. So you have to hit the like button now, otherwise you're a racist. That's how you get them, boys. That's how you get the likes. The Canucks had a 1-0 lead in that game. Couple minutes left. The Hawks tied it up, and then 10 minutes. Okay, thank you, Clifford. I think I'm thinking of Boston when they had the 3-0 series lead on Philly, and Philly came back to win it. I think that's what I was remembering instead. This coming from a Canadian hockey fan. Again, Noah, you're a fan of a team that plays out of a fucking mall. The Canadiens, the likes go up from 1 to 3. Boys, elite. Thank you guys. You guys love the Donald. You guys, there we go, Clifford. Hit the like button for the Donald. You guys love the Donald. Let's go. But Noah, you're a fan of a team who plays out of a goddamn mall, my guy. When was the last time Carolina sold out a game? Jesus, Gabriel. I just spit out of my mouth. Just not a Leafs toothpick. Thank you for coming by. Not a Leafs fan, but I think they get past Tampa. Murray will be the playoff goalie that he once was with the Pens, but that's as far as they get. Toothpick, I could see it happening just because Tampa seems to be a very kind of not a slow team. Not that they're like old, but they seem to have slowed down from where they were heading to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals. I don't know if they necessarily lose to the Maple Leafs because Murray could end up being that playoff goalie that he was with the Penguins. There is that chance. I do think they'd want to ride Ilya Samsonov into the playoffs more than likely, and I think if they go down 2-0, for example, in the series, I would think Matt Murray comes in at that point. But I don't know if I see Tampa doing anything less than getting to the second round and maybe losing there, for example. I think that they do end up beating Tampa, or they beat the Leafs. I'd like Toronto to win just fucking finally you guys actually did something other than embarrass yourselves. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Gabriel, indeed, Donald Brashear, the best player ever to wear number 87. 100%, no doubt about it. Nobody else has ever worn 87. Nobody else. Yeah. All right, let's resume. Where the hell am I? Bruins get some more looks after the power plans. Savard off a turnover, really good opportunity. He is off the post. That sucks. Good chance gets caused by Dach. He had a really solid game. Dach in his 2 games back from injury, I want to say has 3 points in those 2 games. He's played very, very well. Apparently, whatever happened to him with his leg injury and the infection or whatever should happen to him again in the offseason, because when he comes back from that, he's been really good so far. And I really like Kirby Dach. The extension is already looking like a steal. So I'm happy with Kirby Dach. I'm very happy. Bruins get some more opportunities. Pastrnak with a really good save by Allen. He got lucky there, robbing Pasta of his 50th of the year. Wait, what? robbing him of 50th. Did I mention the 3-1 lead? Oh, I did already. Yeah, Pastrnak is 49. Rob's getting robbed of his 50th there. Canadians pushed the other way, a couple decent looks. Bruins with some good defensive plays. Hoffman had come back at this point, right off the bench. He's back after a cross-check. Great chance just off the corner of the post. That absolutely sucks. I mean, the Leafs are due, but they're also Leafs. That is true, Clifford. They are. Habs go to the power play. Suzuki gets called. Suzuki. Suzuki gets tripped up by Garnet Hathaway. He goes to the box. And the Canadiens score. Very solid pressure. Good passing around. Kirby Dach with his 14th of the season from Matheson and Suzuki, making it 3-2 Habs late during this power play. Habs played great there. And we are 2 for 4 in the power play tonight. Just a reminder, Habs have the 31st best power play in the National Hockey League. Bruins tried to shut things down late. Kind of sucks. Yeah, this genuinely sucked how good the Bruins were defensively. Funny enough, despite us getting decent amount of shots, yeah, just the Bruins were playing very good. Habs tried to push with a minute left. Bruins, though, with the momentum. Pasta was looking for his 50th. The Bruins would try and look for him for the rest of the game. For a majority of the third period when he was out there, he would be the one having the puck on his stick a lot. Listen to this. Listen to this crazy stat. Lane Hutson needs 2 more points to equal the NCAA rookie production of Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes combined. Gabriel, how many more games does Lane Hutson play? I mean, not like how many more games does he play than Makar and Hughes combined, but I mean, like, how many more games does he have to get these 2 points? Because he might be able to do that. Is this the real Harry Rice or the fake Harry Rice? Loin, lol, sup Harry. Hey, Darkness, this is the fake Harry Rice. The real Harry Rice is over on Hot Take Hockey's channel. No, but seriously, Darkness, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Much appreciated to see you, sir. The Canucks Dakota Joshua scores less than a second in the first. Let's go, Clifford. I love me some Dakota Joshua. Hell yeah. Lucas, we just did talk about that. Anderson out for the year. The Habs tweeted that about 20 minutes ago. That sucks. God damn it. It was to be expected. If you guys seen the replay, you guys saw how his fucking ankle. Jesus. Cat, you didn't say anything. All you said was facts, Gabriel, and then true. That's all you said. I felt that wasn't really much to repeat. That is true. Blues legend Dakota Joshua, Darkness. Hey, Jack Olsen, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by, my good sir. Thank you all, guys, for coming by. Apparently, Habs and Bruins attracts a lot of viewers. Who would have thought? A rivalry game gets a lot of views. Who would have thought? But and then this is where the thing happens. I put, wow, fuck you, Boston. So Marchand cross-checks Evans. Not a super hard one, but just a cross-check to the back. That's above Gabriel talking about Lane Hutson. Yeah, there's nothing. There's Gabriel with the laughing emoji. There's Clifford with the Leafs are due. There's Gabriel with Lane Hutson needs 2 more points. Let me load the stream up on my phone I just closed my baseball game. Damn it, that sucks. I'm not watching baseball. I'm not playing baseball now, but apparently there's a stream upcoming. Wait, what? What the fuck? Don't know how many games left he has. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. Lane Hutson is better than Cale Makar. That is true. I mean, in their NCAA time, they technically are. Big shout out, boys. What if I held the stream up to the phone, and oh god, I shouldn't do that. Wait, actually, yeah. What if I do that? Oh god. Oh no, this is gonna be. What if I do this actually? How is this gonna look? How is this? Oh my god, this looks freaky. Oh my god, this looks so funny. Oh god, this is. Oh no. Oh no. All right, that is very, very fun. Let's go, boys. Actually, let me go to live chat. Chat filter, all comments. There we go. Above Lane Hutson. Oh, Noah is the dumbest I can't even say hockey fan person I know. I get that, Kat. Thank you. I apparently the filter is on YouTube on the mobile app, but not the desktop app. Toggle moderation activity. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll try to stream with that out eventually. Harryception, exactly, Clifford. Harryception, no doubt about it. Let's go, boys. Whew. All right, let's talk about this. So Marchand cross-checked Jake Evans. That's the type of game he plays. Jake Evans it's seen he ran the goalie. That's whatever. Then Marchand with a near high stick. It's about chest level. And then McAvoy comes in with a goddamn elbow to the head. Evans surprisingly does not go down. Tries to go after McAvoy. Refs gather, and there's no penalty. This is with 8 seconds left. You might want to check or not. Oh no, NZA. Oh no. Oh no. What am I doing? Let's go, NZA. What am I doing? Something that is not regretful. Something that is not regretful. Hell yeah. Let's go, Eric Stahl, baby. Let's go. Elite hypocrite. Let's go, baby. Excuse me. Crazy how we got him at 62. Also pretty cool how in the Habs behind the scenes draft video, one of the guys say they want to draft Beck at 26. Gabriel, yeah, that is really cool. We got Mazar at 26, and then Beck was, I think, 33. Was he not like the first pick of the second day, Owen Beck? I absolutely get why we wanted to draft Owen Beck as high as 26, but that is really cool. We got Slav and then Beck at 26, still got Mazar, and still got Beck. Then Lane Hudson. Genuinely, if you ask me, I think the last 3 drafts for the Canadiens, 2020, 21, 22, are going to be great drafts for the Canadiens. NZA, no problem. If you got to go, thank you very much for coming by, my good sir. Much appreciated, like always. Like, again, it seems like every stream we bring up how good the drafting is. Even 2019, Caulfield, Struble, Harvey Pinard are going to be really solid picks. 2020, Caden Gooley, Jan Mishak, Sean Farrell, Jacob Dobbs. Then the possibility of Luke Tuck also maybe panning out. 21, Logan Mailloux, Riley Kidney, Oliver Kapanen, Joshua, Xavier Simonou, and Joe Verbatic. That is 6 picks right there that I think are going to pan out. 2022, Grace Slavkovsky, Philip Mazar, Owen Beck, Lane Hudson, Adam Engstrom, Emmett Crote. Genuinely amazing prospect pool. I will say the Canadiens have a top 5, if not top 3, prospect pool. I think the only team that we trail are the Buffalo Sabres. But then again, with how good the Sabres staff has been the last 2-3 years, it's no wonder they're the only team we trail behind, and because they have fucking Brad Lambert. And even going back to like 2018, Jordan Harris this season, I'd say technically is still a prospect just because it's his rookie year. But Cam Hillis has been solid. Jesse Ullinen has not been god-awful. Romanov got us Kirby Dach. Kokaniemi got us Christian Dvorak, who might end up getting us a first-round pick. At the very least, I'd assume a second-round pick. We genuinely, you look back at the last 5, you look back at the last 4 drafts, Canadians have been incredible at drafting. No, you're genuinely retarded if you think the Canes prospect pool is better. Clifford Ovi scored on a breakaway. Surprisingly, that is actually a rare occurrence. Ovi getting on a breakaway is actually somehow a rare occurrence. But yeah, Noah, contender, playoff contender, maybe. Cup contender, no chance. Would you rather Jason Robertson or Matthew Tkachuk? Marcus Hunt, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by, Mark Hunt. Honestly, it's you're comparing 2 different players, but I do like it. Jason Robertson is more of a fast, skilled, pure goal scorer. Matthew Tkachuk has that gritty side of him. Could probably, I think, score 40, 50 goals in like a career year because he's a Tkachuk after all. He's almost guaranteed. He kind of has to score a 50-goal season at least once. Yeah. But yeah, no, for me, I love Matthew Tkachuk. I really like Matthew Tkachuk, but I don't know, because it's depending. Like, Marcus, are you signing these guys in free agency? Are you trading for them? Are you drafting them? It all depends on which of the 3 you're doing. Because if you're drafting, I would probably Matthew Tkachuk. If we're trading, probably Jason Robertson. But if we're signing, I don't know. That one's a tough one because keep in mind we have Cole Caulfield. So Jason Robertson and Cole Caulfield both on the left wing would be nasty. That'd be great. But if you can have Cole Caulfield and a Matthew Tkachuk on the left wing, Tkachuk adds that grittiness. He can drop the gloves. He can throw the body. And he can put up the points too. For me, I would rather, I think, Matthew Tkachuk. As much as I love Jason Robertson, I think I'd rather Matthew Tkachuk. Only one can imagine getting Bedard this season, but for some reason, I just think there's no way we'd be that lucky. Yeah, Gabriel, unfortunately, I don't think that we would be that lucky. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, we'll see. We will definitely see that. We will definitely see if the Canadians get lucky enough to get first overall twice in a row. I mean, I don't know. We've got that Molson money. We can rig that shit, I'm sure. But, I don't know. The Canadians getting Bedard, I think, would make the most money in the NHL. I think it'd be like Montreal than Chicago, but we'll see. Yeah, top two, definitely Gabriel. Top two, again, like I said, like top three, maybe the only team that beats us is Buffalo, like I said. Gabriel, you're contending you're contending team to relocate. Exactly, Gabriel. Aho is better than both Tkachuk and Robert. Yes. I love Dallas Stars forward Jason Robert. Jasonson Robert. I do like him a lot. Exactly, Darkness. Exactly. Aho, yeah, exactly, Cat. Exactly. Aho is clearly better than one of the best scorers in the league. Exactly. Clearly. Kachuk's on pace for 111 points this year. Clifford, yeah, I'd rather Kachuk. As much as I love Jason Robertson, he's probably scoring, I think, 50 this year. Those 111 points, especially with the grittiness that he brings and how much time he spends in the box. Whew. Aho is indeed better than Robert. Exactly, Gabriel. Aho is better than some guy named Robert. I would agree with you there. Not Robertson though, but some guy named Robert. Aho probably is better than hockey at some guy named Robert. See, people agree. Noah, you are God, my guy. Let's go. Future Selkie winner Aho. Excuse you, that is future Selkie winner Nick Suzuki. Exactly, Cat. We're being fucking sarcastic, my guy. You're so goddamn stupid you can't see. Probably the only trophy he'll raise. Gabriel, if he's lucky. Most underrated prospect in the NHL is Lane Hudson. Canadian defensive prospect who's performed astronomically in his draft plus year. Scouts said if he was a future star. Exactly, Marcus. I did mention that. Pick in the draft, even if you disagree with top five. Dude, yeah, Marcus. Like, I do think, and even like 5 years from now in a redraft, he's at least top 15. I genuinely think if you do a redraft in 5 years with how good Lane Hudson has been and how good he will be, even in 5 years, again, top 15, I think by the end of his career, easily top 5, 100%. I absolutely think that, like you said, if he was a few inches taller, if he was already 5'10 and say projected to grow to 6 foot, 6'1", he would have been at least a first round pick. I genuinely think that. Clifford, the first overall pick twice in a row. Who do you think are the Oilers? Clifford, I mean, we might be. I mean, who knows? Marty and H's will have a better career. Caulfield. I don't know who Caulfield is. I know who Caulfield is, but I mean, given there is no such person as a Caulfield in the NHL, yeah, Natchez will have a better career than Caulfield. Caulfield. Did Bro just call McDavid Aho better than McDavid? Probably. Caulfield, future 50 goal scorer. I agree, Cameron. I agree. Caulfield has never hit 30 in his career. Has Natchez hit 30? Has Marty Natchez hit 30 in his career? Fucking dumbass. Natchez can't even keep his head up. That is true, Cat. Honestly, genuinely, if I were Arbor Jacka, next time I play the Canes, this is my elbow. Natchez keeps his head down. Boom. Fucking lift that shit. Take him out. He's not that good. He's still developing. Exactly, Cameron. Exactly. Cole Caulfield is still developing, man. Caulfield is not a 50 goals. Sorry, he's not a 50 goals soccery. He's not a soccery. I mean, I would agree. Caulfield is not a soccery. He is a scorer, though. He's not a soccery. He's like a 35. He's 21, I think. Caulfield is. Or no, I think he just turned 22 years old, actually. He's not 35, though. Yeah. I see him being a top 4. Oh, Marcus, I easily see Lane Hudson being a legitimate top 2 defenseman. I absolutely see that being the case. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I mean, Caulfield. Oh, he actually did say Caulfield this time. I mean, Caulfield was on pace for 40 goals. Clifford, he was on pace for nearly 50. And keep in mind as well, Clifford, he was playing with that hurt shoulder for a good portion of the season too. So, and think about like the 5 or 6 wide open nets that he missed because he was dealing with the shoulder injury. If he scores those, he's the 30 goal scorer this year, and he's way on pace for 50 goals this year. Genuinely, Caulfield next year should score 40, if not 50. Caulfield, exactly, Marcus. Legendary Hab, Colton Caulfield, exactly. That sounds like a goddamn hockey legacy manager name. Colton Caulfield. Wishing injury on Natchez. Hope that loser goes injury prone in his whole career. Noah, I agree. I hope Marty Natchez goes. I don't know if I'd go that extent and say his whole career, but I mean, I would say that Natchez, a couple injuries, maybe it'll humble him, maybe it'll humble the brainless Hurricanes Whalers fans, Hartford Hurricanes fans. Maybe it'll wake them up a little bit, and I don't know. Let's just hope that Natchez doesn't turn into another Nicholas Robertson. So, yeah. Also, big shout out Noah a couple streams ago, wishing injury on Canadiens players, and now trying to say that it's bad that I'm doing it. But you know what? Again, I don't know if I'd say that Natchez should go. I don't know if I'd say that he should be. I don't know if I'd say he should be injury prone his whole career, but couple injuries maybe. Wonder if Nick Suzuki will give me his free year of Chipotle since he doesn't have any in Canada. No, Marcus, he at least in Quebec. He said that there is no Chipotle in Quebec, which is awesome. But yeah. Thanks for pitting it. No problem though. I mean, I'm glad you agree with me that Natchez should probably get injured, and yeah, hell yeah. Caulfield, so he agrees that it's not Caulfield anymore. Caulfield will never hit over 40 goals his entire career due to his injuries. Injurias, because he didn't spell it with the IE. Yeah, I looked it up. It was on pace for 46 goals when he went down, Clifford. Yeah, Caulfield, nearly 50 goals. And again, Clifford, keep in mind, Clifford, like I said, there were a couple empty netters or wide open nets that he could have and should have had. Looking back, because he was dealing with a shoulder injury, if he hits those 4 or 5, he's on pace for 50 goals. He's on pace for 50 goals this year. Genuinely, I think he pushes that with how fucking good Cole Caulfield was before he got injured. That's funny. It didn't say Natchez. Yeah, it did. Yeah, wishing injury on Natchez. Hope that loser goes injury prone his entire career. That's what you said, Noah. That's what you said, man. I didn't mean that. Delete it. No, I can't. No. Why would I delete your comment, man? Why would I delete that comment? Also, did you see Marc-Andre Fleury mic up when he was trying to? Yeah, I did. I didn't see when he was mic'd up, Marcus, but I did hear that he was mic'd up for that. That is really awesome. I'm over the Bennington stuff at this point, but that does sound funny. I've lost Brian Sells whenever Noah speaks. I've lost Brian Sells too, man. I've lost Brian Sells whenever he speaks too. Believe me. Oh, that's funny. That's genuinely funny. Yeah. So stop using all caps, Noah. Yeah, that's funny. Hell yeah. No, again, you cheer for a team that plays out of a goddamn mall, my guy. All right, so the shots are 25-14 for the Canadiens, but the Bruins have a 3-2 lead after 48 minutes of play. Canadiens, by the way, the refs did talk right after the buzzer for the second period. They did discuss whether or not to give McAvoy a penalty. Sorry, boys, I'm just going to drink some actual water this time. We're not sponsored. Canadian team who can sell out a building. Exactly, Gabriel. The Canadiens, I'm pretty sure, have sold out the made up. They have sold out the made up arenas of the NHL. Every arena in the NHL is made up. There is no such thing as the NHL. Hockey is a lie. No, but the Canadiens, I'm pretty sure, have the largest attendance in the NHL this year and ever, which is pretty funny. Yeah, PNC Arena is not in a mall. Stop at the lie. Noah, Hartford played in a mall, so therefore your team played in a mall. Yeah. Apparently cheering for a Canadian team is childish, Marcus. Apparently, according to retarded Hurricanes fans, apparently that's the case. Bro says grow up, yet he has a 4-year-old as a profile. Wait, what, Gabriel? Oh my god, yeah, he does. That's not even a 4-year-old. That's like fucking 3. That's a toddler. Bro has a toddler in his profile picture. Jesus. Yeah, exactly, Cameron. Imagine not knowing your own team's history. Marcus is at 101% capacity. Marcus himself is at full capacity. Vegas is at 101% capacity. I believe leads the league out of this year. I think it's last year, Marcus, because I know actually no, Montreal has the highest attendance. Vegas might be at the highest capacity. But technically, if they're fitting above capacity, is that technically not their capacity then? Think about it. I would think it leads the league this year if you've seen that. Canes easily have a top 10 market, maybe a bottom 10 market. Most viable. My fucking ankle just cracked. Ow, that fucking hurt. Did you guys fucking hear that? Did you guys fucking hear that? Ow, cause my fucking ankle just cracked. Ow. Stop making of me. I could stop at that comment. Stop making of me. All right. So the most viable franchises in the NHL. Number 1 is the New York Rangers. Their value is $2.2 billion. Toronto is number 2 at $2 billion. I like how it says their territory instead of just state/province. I find that funny. Montreal is at 3 at $1.85 billion. I'll read off the top 10 and go to where Carolina is. Spoiler, they're not in the top 10. Chicago, by the way, the top 6 have all actually remained the top 6 for a while, apparently. Chicago is number 4 at $1.5 billion. Boston is 5th, 1.4. LA is 6th, 1.3 billion. Edmonton moves up 6 spots to number 7 at 1.275 billion. Philly goes down a spot at 1.25 billion. So that extra, $50 million really helped Edmonton. Washington is up 1 at number 9, 1.2 billion. Number 10, rounding out the top 10 is Seattle, $1.05 billion. The Carolina Hurricanes are, oh boy. The Carolina Hurricanes are actually down 2 spots from where they were last time this was done. They are 28th, so they are a bottom 5 team in the NHL in terms of value. $640 million. Oh boy, yeah, that's a top 10 franchise, man. Top 10 franchise, man. Stop making of me because I'm a kid and I know better hockey than you all do. No, again, your team plays out of them all. Harry Einstein Rice. Exactly, Marcus. I am Jeremy Einstein. Yes. The Canes are top 10 and I don't care attendance. Yes, Kat. So yes, they are genuinely, in terms of I don't care attendance, they are 1. They are probably number 1. Stop making meme of you. Stop making of me memes. Stop making of me memes, please. No, I'm curious. Who you got winning the cup this year? I'm curious how biased you are. Marcus, you don't want to ask that. No, my dad is stronger than yours. They can fight if you want and see that Canes fans are better. Clearly, dad's fighting. Clearly is the way you're going to tell that fans win. Canes will win the cup. I'm sure they will, Noah. Man's just said, yeah, his dad could beat yours up. Yeah, I'd like to see that because it'll never happen. Exactly, Kat. Watch out, Noah. Yeah, man, Marcus, watch out. I gotta watch out. Noah's dad's gonna catch me slipping, man. He's gonna catch me slipping. Shiver me timbers. Gabriel, your Bleacher Report, which is a well-respected sports account, put out an article ranking the best U.S. markets. Out of 28, Carolina's 18th. And he says they're a top 10 market in the league. Exactly. And even looking at this Forbes thing, they're the 5th least profitable franchise in the NHL. Surprisingly above Buffalo, though. Very surprised by that. I'm sure if they do it again in 2 years, Buffalo will be way above Carolina. Keep in mind, this was done last season. Carolina is a playoff contending team. 5th worst franchise in the NHL. You love to see it. They're below Winnipeg. And the last place right now, Anaheim Ducks. Oof. That is very funny, if you ask me. Yeah. 25. I meant out of 25. Yeah, that is even worse. Canes aren't even the best small market in the U.S. in terms of fans. That's all. Exactly, Darkness. You guys are brain dead. Canes have a better market than any team on the East Coast. I mean, they might have cost the East a Stanley Cup, definitely. But I don't know if they have a better market than any teams that are on the East Coast. The East Coast, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Clearly, Canes have a better market when they are bottom 5 of the league. They're actually the 3rd least profitable in the Eastern Conference, right in front of Buffalo and Florida. Not respectively, it's Buffalo, then Florida is the worst, technically. And then a big shout out, Arizona, being the least profitable team in the NHL right now, for some reason. Bro said we are brain dead and can't even spell it exactly. St. Louis lives in Arc. Yes, St. Louis does live in Arc. St. Louis lives in Arc. I never met a Blues fan before. Oh, yes, better than New York Rangers, the Boston Bruins, better than Lightning. Exactly, Cat. Better than the literal first place, most profitable team in the NHL, New York Rangers. Which of these markets do you want to get the next expansion? I rank them in order I would put them of getting a team. Houston, Hamilton, Atlanta, Halifax, San Diego. Quebec would be number one. I'd love Montreal, Quebec to come back. But, I would love to see Houston get a team. I think Atlanta would be awesome because I wasn't around for Atlanta. Obviously, I wasn't alive for the Flames because babyface, and I wasn't alive for the I was alive for the Thrashers, but I wasn't watching hockey when the Thrashers were around. I wasn't watching hockey when the Thrashers were around. They were already in Winnipeg when I started watching, unfortunately. I'd like to see the Atlanta Thrashers come back. I don't think it will because I think it's still the Atlanta Sports Co. or whoever has that. I think it's the Atlanta Spirit or whatever they're called. I think it's Atlanta Spirit who owns the rights to the Thrashers, unfortunately. So it's probably going to be Houston. I think it's probably going to be Houston that gets the next expansion team. I think it's Houston and Atlanta because I feel like they're going to do one in each conference to keep things balanced in the conferences. So it's probably Houston out west and then Atlantic out east is what I would assume. Yeah, Clifford. Apparently everybody in St. Louis lives in their arc. Apparently, exactly. Darkness. How's your arc, man? How's the arc you're living in? How's that? How's the arc you're living in? Search of the population. Okay. The population. The world population is 8 billion people. Noah, why do you want me to look up the population of the world? Hey, Cameron, you're gonna go. Thank you very much for coming by, man. Much appreciated. Feels great living in an arc. Hey, let's go, Darkness. Hell yeah. I'm glad you enjoy living in your arc, man. Why would the NHL punish other teams' fans by adding another Carolina team, Marcus? I took the walk to Poland. Let's go, Sons. How's it going, Sons? Thank you for coming by, my good sir. Have you started work on that extra special thing I asked of you yesterday? Just wondering, no pressure, but I'm just curious. Halifax only has 465,000 in their entire metro. Yeah, they aren't quite big enough for the NHL, unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, Harry, stop pretending you don't know what I mean. All the Kenzie fan. Oh, stop pretending you don't know why I mean. All the Kenzie fan. All the Kenzie. God damn it! All the Kenzie fans I met are smart people. I'm glad that all the people you met from Kansas are very, very smart people. Sucks to know that Carolina fans are not very smart people. All right, North Carolina is 10.55 million people in their population. Boston is 654,776, which is sad for Carolina, considering, again, they're one of the 5 least profitable teams in the NHL. That sucks. I love the... Yeah, Gabriel, fuck the Canes. I love the Cansies. Canes playing an NCAA basketball arena. Let's go, man. North Carolina is the state. Oh, that would explain why it was so low then. Thank you. Okay, so again, the Boston population is 654,776. The Rawling population is 469,124. That's beautiful. I was born when the league was 21 teams, but I remember as low as 24. Hell yeah, William. I was born when the league was 21. You remember as low as 24. Hell yeah, William. Let's go, man. Noah shouting out Canes. Canes. Candy canes are pretty sick, Noah. Candy canes are pretty damn cool. I enjoy myself a good cane. Stripper poles can be referred to as canes, I think. Yeah. Noah, how can it be your autocorrect? How is your autocorrect acting up when Kensies is a French word? Bigger than Boston, but nobody watches hockey there. Niagara got a bigger population than Boston. I don't see a team there. Exactly, Gabriel. Exactly, especially the butterscotch flavor. Exactly. Ew, butterscotch. Oof. Autocorrect, are you currently failing grade 4 math, English? Harry on the pole would be a... I mean, I don't know, Darkness. I don't know. You guys want to see me get on the... No, don't worry. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not failing 4th grade. I'm in 7th grade, so be quiet. My guy's a 13-year-old? Bro. Yeah, Charlotte Islanders fan. Exactly, Marcus. Exactly. Hey, Harry just got finished. Oh, Mad Mike came into a great surprise, depending on how laggy the stream is. But please trip for his baby. Sons, we can do a private VC later, and I can do that for you, but not on stream. Unfortunately, I would get demonetized. I'll do that later for you. No, but hey, Mad Mike. But again, yeah, Mad Mike, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. What does strip mean? Oh boy, Noah, you've got a lot to learn, buddy. You have a lot to learn. If the Puff Daddy strips on stream, wait, what? Oh, if the Puff Daddy strips on stream, my bank account gonna be empty. Well, you know what, boys? You know what? I'm not taking off the jersey. Spoiler alert, Kanker sisters. Hey, let's go, man. Mike, hell yeah, man. That explains how he's exactly, Cat. Exactly. He said failing fourth grade. Ooh. 1999 didn't happen. You're right, Sons. It's just a really bad creepypasta. Nobody got that reference. Thank you, boys. So yeah, Habs look to try to get the game tying goal. There's a Bruins hand pass that goes uncalled. Bruins then go to the power play themselves. Barron gets called for high sticking Pastrnak. Mr. Bear. Bro, Sons. I forgot the Mr. Bear creepypasta. Bro. Mr. Bear Cellar. Dude, yes. Yes, Mr. Bear Cellar. Known episodes. Yes. Dude, Sons fucking up. Just brought up another. God, like, bro, holy shit. 2006 did happen though. Kane's on top. I wouldn't say that, Noah. Someone slapped Sons. I'd rather not, man. I can slap him on his penis if you want, man, Mike. Because I heard that hurts a hell of a lot. I can slap him on his penis if you want. I'm a do drink some lemonade, my guy. I'm a drink some lemonade. I'm a do drinks. I want to do drinks. I'll see you guys when there's another Habs loss. So Noah, you're gonna see me next season then. Nice. Every year since the Canes moved, Carolina didn't happen. Exactly, Darkness. Exactly. Unfortunately. Yeah. No, what is God damn it, Cat. Cat, no, don't do it to him. No, you weren't alive for 2006, so you can't talk about it. That is true, Marcus. We should all do drink lemonade. I agree. Boys, if you guys could please copy paste in the chat, that'd be appreciated. Hey, good evening, Dan. How's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. 2006 better have happened or I wouldn't exist. And 2006 did happen then, Sons. 2006 absolutely did happen. Absolutely. Thank you, Darkness. I appreciate it. Gabriel, I'm not dumb either. Me neither. Jets are tied with the Ducks in the second period. Dan, oh boy, I feel bad for the Jets then. Thank you, Sons. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Excuse me, sorry. Again, sorry, the Bruins go to the power play. Barron's called for high-sticking pasta. Bruins can't get much. Habs are able to clear. They kill off some time. Bruins are starting to adapt to the Habs' quick rushes very, very well at this point. Habs are 5 for 5. Go Stars, fuck the Pens, NPC. I couldn't agree with you, Sons. I couldn't agree with you more. Cat, let's go, man. Stop being little sugar pots. Okay. Habs are 5 for 5 on the PK tonight. Spoiler, that would be all the power plays that Boston gets tonight. Canadiens try to capitalize. Bruin with some very good defensive plays. There was actually a bit of a laziness on the Bruins right now when they were trying to get some offense. They just they were not playing super well at this stage. When the Cansies win the cup, it'll be over. It will be, Noah. When the Cansies do win the Stanley Cup, it'll be over for sure. The league will end. Habs get a few more looks, but the Bruins were playing well, good body checking. There's then a miss too many men, actually. Then the Bruins score. There's a Habs bad defensive breakdown. Allen goes diving for a puck, leaves it for an empty net. David Krejci puts it home there. Canadiens then try to push. Bruins get a bit chippy. Refs were quick to break up any possible altercations. They actually did a good job. Noah, stop spamming, please. They did a good job of, if the Cansies get a team, Cat, if the Cansies get a team, I will stop watching the NHL. If the Cansies get a team and then win the Stanley Cup, the league is rigged. I don't know what to say. If the Cansies get a cup and then, I think that, yeah. Well, I can see the... Thank you, William. I can see them not winning. Oh boy, I love you guys. Love you guys a lot. Yeah, the refs, like I said, they were doing a good job bringing up any possible altercations. They had called a lot of minors, not many 4-on-4s at all. Do you see the Jets ever winning the Stanley Cup, Harry? Yeah, Dan. I say the league goes on for another 200 years. Every team realistically should have won a cup in the next 200 years. But I could see the Jets winning. Maybe not like this year, for example. I think they have a good run this year, but I definitely think the Jets can win the cup in the next 15 years if all goes well for them. I think not a rebuild, but I do think they just need to slightly retool the defense, for example. Yeah. Suns, no way. Suns, there's no way Oakley still thinks the Senators can make the playoffs. No. No way. No. This race isn't. No. This race isn't over. You're like 8 points out, Lamau. God. Jets need to pull what St. Louis is doing right now in a few years. Darkness, I think so too. Probably. I feel like if they don't like get good, like solid defense, would you get rid of Chevy as GM in Winnipeg? Dan, honestly, yes. I think he's done a good job of getting. I think he's done a good job of getting offense and decent enough backups for Hellebuck. The issue with him is that he does not pull the trigger on these big, like somewhat risky deals to bring in good defensive help. Like this is a dude who got rid of Nathan Beaulieu, who I think is playing very. No, it's Jared Tenorti playing good in Chicago. He's a dude that got rid of, or at least is wanting to get rid of Logan Stanley, who's this big, giant beast Zdeno Chara-esque type defenseman. And he gets rid of fucking two other decent depth defensemen, decent bottom pair guys, and just refuses to fix the defensive structure for me. I think Chevy, if you can use him as an AGM and you just get a new primary GM, Jets need a franchise player. No, Dan, I think Kyle Connor's that franchise player. I really like Kyle Connor. Just because he doesn't get a lot of attention because he plays in Winnipeg, I will argue that Kyle Connor is definitely a franchise player. He is that player that when the Jets need a goal, he seems to be the one right there. And yeah, Jack, how's it going, man? It has definitely been a long time. Thank you for coming by, my guy. Thank you very much for coming by. Know the type of guy to surprise his friends with a visit from the tickle. Oh, Jesus, Gabriel. The baby is claiming I'm a white American from 1870. I'm sorry, what? Invite him pussy. There we go. How should I ever recover sons, man? I call him a black man from the 19 said actually don't do that. 1970s. Yeah, claim he's Jimi Hendrix. Claim the baby is Jimi Hendrix reincarnated. Do that. That'll show him for being one of the most skilled guitarists of all time. That'll show him. No, just claim he's Jimi Hendrix. But yeah, Matheson then gets a really solid, really nice deke off. Good attempt at getting to the net, but he gets stripped, unfortunately. Make Noah a GM. I mean, Darkness, if Noah will come by, if he joins the Discord in the link in the description or the Sim League Discord, which actually I will post the sorry, why the N-word is a banned word. Lamel. There you go. Sorry, boys. I'm just arguing with someone in my Sim League over it being racist when the gamer word is censored. Yeah, all right. So Darkness, I mean, do we need a Carolina GM? I don't think we do. No, we don't, because Troach is the GM there, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Cat. Noah would probably get destroyed by everybody. He'd be like, give me current Canes players, and then just not know what players are in the league in this era. Yeah. That is true, Darkness. That is being nice, assuming he would win. Actually, no, Darkness. Knowing EA, he would win like 10 games somehow. Just think of the slap in the face Boston would feel Cassidy. William, that would absolutely be a massive slap in the face for sure, man. What color? Just curious, what teams need a GM? Darkness. Before they contract from the NHL, St. Louis, Calgary, and Anaheim need GMs right now. Yeah. Oh, and apparently Florida because the Florida GM just left for some reason. Yeah, that is beautiful. So yeah, we need a Florida GM too. That's beautiful. Yeah. Jack, the Discord link I posted is for my Sim League. I if you don't know what a sim league is, imagine GM mode in the NHL video games. How you're GMing one team and you get to do trades, signings, drafting, all this stuff. And only one person needs to own the actual game. I own every NHL game from 04, from when we started, up to 21. I think it's 21. I can actually look behind me. Yeah, 21. 21. I own every game up to there. Only one person does need to own the game, this case being me. And you're just one of potentially up to 30 general managers as we go season by season. We sim every game. We go through playoffs. So basically, it's just be a GM mode with, it's basically GM connected, just done better and no lag. Yeah. Yeah, Pittsburgh is in the midst of rebuilding, hoping to be done by 2007, Mad Mike. I absolutely get that, my guy. Absolutely get that. Yeah. I'll join if you need somebody. Jack, we do need somebody. If you'll be at least halfway active, not necessarily like, oh, typing every minute, obviously, but if you'll just like do the stuff you need, if you need to like call up people, if you need like when there's the draft, if make your picks or whatever, if you'll do like that shit, like fuck yeah, we'd love to have you, man. Love to have that. Yeah, I love my t-shirt full of exactly Oakley. Exactly. The Happy Bullen trade you and I made will hopefully further that goal. Hopefully it does, man, Mike. I mean, Happy Bullen's not having an amazing season this year, but also he is in Pittsburgh, so yeah. Thank you though. Florida GM is still there. Wait, Sons, did we change? Oh yeah, we gave it to high quality. I'm stupid. Yeah, sorry, we don't need a new Florida GM. For some reason, I gave it to Barrett's Fury, and then Barrett's Fury left the league. Big Mac 72. Let's go, baby. I like that Oakley's just talking about his cornfields while Jack joins. This is just goated. Yeah, son. Sorry, man. Yeah, for some reason, Bears Fury was the Florida GM, but he left, and I forgot to change the thing in the GM list. Got to give Fleury some reps to starter. Yes, you do, Mad Mike. Definitely have to. Just joined. Hey, let's go, Jack. Hell yeah. I'm assuming you do know how Discord. I'm gonna click on your name and see. Yeah, you've been a Discord user for like 5 years. Yeah, you can look through. GM list is where you'll find all the teams. Spreadsheet rosters is where you'll find the rosters. And then if you just like explore, do some exploring, you'll find GM stuff. The season's going on. You'll see all that stuff. Very fun. And yeah. Anything you see is racist got strikes. Wrong type. God damn it, Sons. God damn it, Sons. The Jets game is boring. Dan, to be fair, it's the Jets playing the Ducks. I would have expected that, honestly, unfortunately. But yeah, Jack, like I said, go through GM lists, spreadsheet rosters, stuff like that. Check that. I lost the passion. Darkness, I get that, man. I unfortunately absolutely get that. Yeah. We got a Big Mac? We got a Big Mac in the league. Sorry, boys. I'm posting a GIF really quickly. I need to eat a Big Mac. There we go, boys. But yeah, so Jack, just have fun. Basically, that's all you got to do. You just gotta join. Just have fun, basically. Dexstar. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Might be Dexstar. Might be pronounced as one, but Dexstar. I'll pronounce it as. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing it. Greer 2 games. Anything on Pitlick for the high hit on Bergeron. Dexstar. I do see 2, maybe 3 games for the cross check on Bergeron. He high sticked his own man. No, but I could see 3 games for the high cross check. I keep calling it a high stick for some reason. For the cross check on Hoffman. I actually have to look at the high hit on Pitlick though. Rem Pitlick, Patrice Bergeron. I'm sure I can just look this up and it'll come up. Come up. Yes. Okay. So I actually didn't see it live when it happened. God, this is disgustingly low quality. 720. A lot better. I'm watching the replay right now. I actually did miss it. I need the replay because that'll give me a lot better view. I did see part of the replay. Okay, so I see Bergeron's coming around and Pitlick. He stays on his skates. Bergeron's kind of crouched over. I could see it being a 1 or 2 game just because it does look. That is not a. There we go. The Discord is not the video. I don't know. Like, it looks more like to be the arm than the shoulder. At least looking at the contact points. I don't think he means to get into the head of Bergeron. Like, obviously he doesn't. But, like, that's also the thing is Bergeron, because of the angle he's at, they're both small players, but Bergeron is, like, kind of leaning because he just made a pass. The NHL, in recent memory, as far as I can tell, if they've given any punishment, it's usually been, like, a $5,000 fine. So I don't know if I see anything beyond that for the Pitlick hit. But if it is anything, I could see it being a 1, maybe 2 game suspension. But I see $5,000 fine, maybe a game because of how the game went overall. But Greer, I think, gets 2 to 3 games. I do agree with you, bro. Darkness, the chicken nuggies at McDonald's. I've never had their sweet tea. Fuck, I wish we had mentioned that because I would love to have some McDonald's chicken nuggets right now. God, I wish I had money right now. Someone donate to the no, guys, don't. You don't have to PayPal. You don't have to donate to the PayPal. Don't donate, actually. Wait until I do a gaming stream, then donate. Jack, the teams available are, if I can find it, GM list. It is the Anaheim Ducks, the Calgary Flames, and the St. Louis Blues. I would recommend not going with the Blues, though, Jack, because you're going to have to find a new team in the offseason because they are contracting after the regular season or the postseason. They might make postseason. But, yeah, I would say Anaheim and Calgary are open. I would say St. Louis, but again, like I said, they're contracting. So unless you want to run them for half a year and then have to go elsewhere, yeah. There we go. Now I want everyone here to behave or else. Oh, damn. You'll go with the Flames. All right, Big Mac. Let's go. If I can find Big Mac. Oh, welcome. You haven't said anything, so that would be why I can't find a message by you. Welcome, Calgary Flames. General Manage. Big Mac 72. There we go. You are now the Calgary GM, Jack. Let's go. St. Louis contracting, things you hate to see. Contracting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Darkness. I mean, Saskatoon's a healthy option. Yeah, Mad Mike, exactly. 2-3. You're gonna like my oh no, Sons. What's your new profile picture? God damn it, Sons. God damn it, Sons. No, please. Sons, don't do that. Polish pillow in oh. I like that. Sorry, boys. You said my name just right, seeing where the Montreal fan base is kind of at with those two plays. Yeah, Dexstar. All right, so Dexstar. I did say your name right. Thank you for coming by, by the way, Dexstar. Appreciate it. But yeah, I wonder what gave you the impression I was a Habs fan. I wonder. but I looking at the replay, it does look a little bit like I said, with how Bergeron is, like, he's in the middle of transitioning to forward skating as opposed to when he's on, like I said, when he's making that backwards pass and then transitioning to be a female. No, when he's transitioning over, that's when the hit comes. So it was just at a very awkward angle. Pitlick kind of gets off the right skate, looking back at the replay again. Keep in mind, it is also slow motion, so it might just be a thing where he's up because he comes right back down. It's not like a thing where he's, throws the shoulder and then he goes down. He throws the shoulder and he's right back. So I don't know. Keep in mind, I could say, oh, I think it's going to be a fine. And then it might be, say, 6 games. The NHL, I might say 4 games and then it's a 5K suspension. The NHLPA is incredibly unpredictable. I'm sure you already know this, Dexstar. I didn't need to tell you that. But from what I see, I could see it being a 1 game again, just because of how brutal the game kind of got. But I do think the Greer thing gets 2, maybe 3 games. It's his first suspension. I think in the league it's his first suspension, so I could see it only being a 1 game, maybe a fine as well. I could see both being either or. But I do think it could be 2 to 3, just because of there wasn't like the one with I think it was Dylan Larkin where it was just a cross check to the chest, but the opposing player kind of drove it into the face. This is just a thing where it's just right in the face. So yeah, exactly, Dexter. I agree. Greer 2 to 3. I think 4 and above is egregious. Maybe 4 if you want to set an example to the league and to Greer, but I think 2 to 3 is perfect. 1 is a little low, but I think 2 to 3 is kind of that perfect sweet spot where you kind of please everybody. PLD future Hab, indeed Darkness, PLD. Speaking of the Flames, are losing 3-1 against the Knights with 9:15 to go. Damn, it's not racist. She was powerful. If you want to, I mean, sure. Yeah, I would agree with you, Sons. Yeah, Oakley's fucking spamming. God damn it. I get the turning aspect, but it's a little high in my opinion. But also, he was not really playing the puck. He poked at it. Let me look at it in, like, regular time, because I'm looking at, like, the replay where it's showing, like, he's coming in slow. So let me Okay, so let me see. So that is, I think, Marchand on the puck. Comes around. Yeah, okay, he does kind of just poke at it. It's not really like a back pass. It is definitely just a poke, and then yeah, he leans a little bit forward. It's not like super forward to where it's like, oh, I have to lean down to hit you. It does look a little bit dirty. Looking at like the initial, like opposed to the he's coming in. God damn it, Suds. As opposed to looking at the replay where it is slow. Looking at it on the live as it happens, it does look a little bit high. Admittedly, Dexter, it does look a little bit high. I could see it being a game or two, just because of like the captain, like, oh, it's Bergeron. Though Dexter, I will have to say, Marchand shouldn't get anything. I've seen a couple of people saying Marchand should get something for the for the tackle for going after Pitlick. I think that's perfectly fine, actually. I'm actually very happy with how Marchand stood up for his captain like that. And honestly, Dexter, I'm one of the few Canadiens fans, if you ask me, Marchand is the top 10 player in the NHL. I don't know. He, weirdly enough, did not have a great game tonight, actually. I didn't see many great passes or many good scoring chances for Marchand, but he played on the edge, and that's kind of the way he plays. And Dexter, I'm assuming you're a Bruins fan because you said earlier, just seeing where the Montreal fan base is. So I'm assuming you're a Bruins fan. This is one Canadiens fan that you'll find that absolutely really likes Brad Marchand. I like Brad Marchand's game, and he's one of those players where you hate him when he's on an opposing team, but you'd love to have him on your team. I'd love to have him on Montreal. Sorry, but just gonna take a sip of water. Stars W. Did the Stars beat the Penguins, Suns? I think I projected them. I'm black and cold till dead. I'm black and cold till dead and gold. I'm black and gold till dead and cold. I like that, Dexter. I will give you a round of applause for that. Exactly, Dexter. He was a little quiet today. He was definitely a little quiet. I was surprised by that. Usually Marchand puts in another gear when he's against Montreal. I guess this was a game where he was like, you know what? I don't need to try. We're gonna win this one clearly. Just fucking just go out and do whatever, basically. Which, I mean, clearly that shows how good the Bruins are. Their second best player, I will argue, aside from Bergeron, their second best player in Brad Marchand, didn't even need to show up really tonight, and they still won. They got outplayed a bit at points, but they still won. I think that shows how good the Bruins are. I also like Brad. Exactly. Yeah, Jack. Exactly. Stars up 3-2, 5 minutes left. Thank you, Jack. I guess Suns saying Stars W because they just scored. He's like Tom Wilson. Darkness, except Brad Marchand is actually talented and not just a goon. I mean, then again, I'm saying this, and who knows? Maybe I love Todd. Maybe I love Todd Marchand if he's on the Canadiens. No, maybe I love Tom Wilson if he's on. I wish Todd Marchand still played it. He's like 53. That'd be funny. But who knows? Maybe I would want Todd Marchand on the Canadiens. Or maybe I'd like Tom Wilson if he's on the Canadiens. Maybe I still hate him. Who knows? We'll see. We won't see because that's never going to happen. Brad is a troll. I adore him. Exactly, Sons. Brad Marchand gets under your skin. He does what he can. Yeah, he does what he does. He does what he does, and he does it incredibly. I'm a fan of Brad Marchand, and he goes over the line occasionally. Yes, I will agree with that. But for the most part, I like Brad Marchand. He's a fine guy. I'm looking at this goddamn can of Pringles, and I'm wishing I had more Pringles because there's just like crumbs in there. I'm really wishing I had more Pringles because I like Pringles a lot. All right, let's finish up this game because my voice is starting to get a little bit sore. It's a little bit better because of the water, but yeah, let's get to it. Pringles are goated. Yes, they are goated. I'm actually gonna see really quickly, boyos, how many Pringles I've got left. You guys cannot see my ass, thankfully. How many Pringles do I got left? Oh. I kept this can for like a week with the seals. God damn. I believe that was the first kind. Oh, fuck. Sorry, boy. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Wait, are they stale? I don't think so. I think they're good. Yeah, I think so. I'll have those later. I believe that was the first kind of emotion. Really? Dexter, that's the first time he's shown. That's genuinely surprising. So Marchand's just been focused more on the offensive side of things and just making sure the Bruins win games, basically, Dexter. That is admittedly really solid. But I do like that. He's gotten that side of his game under control, and he only lets it out when his captain takes a headshot, basically. That I like out of Brad Marchand. That's another aspect of his game. I'd say him and Not necessarily, but like you'll get the comparison in a minute. Like him and Josh Anderson are a little bit similar. Obviously, not nearly the point totals that fucking Brad Marchand puts up, but they're both guys that can let their emotions get the better of them. But whenever Marchand does it, or sorry, whenever like the captain gets wronged, or like whenever there's like a kind of dirty hit, Josh Anderson's one of the first guys in there. If he's on the ice for that, he is immediately in there. He tries to get someone and he tries to take a fight. He always does. Like he's really solid. Harry, Jets can make any team look good. Yes, they can, Dan. They did that with Arizona, I think, a week ago. Genuinely surprised with how kind of mediocre the Jets have been this year. They're in a playoff spot, I think, but just weird. Harry's ass. Thank you so much. I knew you'd like that one. Subscribe to the OnlyFans. I swear I'm gonna I YouTube, that's a joke. Don't ban the channel. I don't have an OnlyFans legitimately. That's a joke, YouTube. Don't subscribe. YouTube, do not subscribe to my channel. Do not watch my content, YouTube. Hasn't taken a lot of penalties this year. Dexter, that's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna look up actually how many penalties to like points has he taken. He hasn't taken many penalty minutes. 131. Yeah, no, he has not taken many at all. Like 66 and 63. Like in comparison, you might be thinking, oh, 66, that's a lot. No. Last year he played 70 games, 97 penalty minutes. His average is about that 80-90 range. He's on pace, yes, to about an 85-90 penalty minute range normally. But he has definitely gotten that under control. Big shout out as well, boys. In 09-10, when he was first called up, Brad Marchand, 20 games, 1 assist. Nobody would predict that guy would then go on to score 20 goals that next year in his, I'd say, real rookie season, and go on to be a 100-point scorer in his career. Genuinely insane. How do I resign people and sign people? What chat would I use? Jack, you would actually be DMing me for resigning and signing people, or if you look right under the drafting channels, under the drafting channels, there is the, what the fuck is the Rangers channel there? There's the tickets channel. You use the backslash, is it backslash ticket? I think it's backslash. No, is it backslash open? Yeah, it is backslash open, and that would open a ticket for you. You can put your re-signings, your signing players, or your extensions. Oh yeah, you're re-signing. You put your extensions, your potential free agent signings in there. You can submit trades there, or you can use DMs, whichever one is easier for you. It's either option is up to you. The Bruins made the Red Wings look good for 2 games. That is very true, Dexstar. That is actually true. I forgot about that. Logan Thompson's. I obviously don't root for player injuries, but God, dude just came back. Was he even playing? God, like that. I have a Logan Thompson Young Guns, so obviously I'm not rooting for him to get injured, but that's just the irony. It's just funny. He gets hurt, comes back. It's just funny. He gets hurt. No, it's funny. He gets hurt, he comes back, and then he's out within the same game. God, I feel bad for Logan Thompson. Dude is supposed to be a really solid goalie. I've really liked him this year. Yeah. The fact Sammy Blais has more goals than Vladdy? No, he does not. Darkness, I'm calling you a liar on that one. There's no way Sammy Blais has more goals than Vlad Tarasenko. 7 goals in 20 games since the trade. Vladimir Tarasenko. Oh my God, he actually does. 5 goals in 21 games. Wow. That's embarrassing if you're the Rangers. Holy hell. What can the Jets go from first to a wild card spot? Oh God, I forgot about that, Dan. How can the Jets go from first to a wild card spot? Like Dexter said, goaltending. They're riding Hellebuck too much. They don't have an amazing defensive structure. They have a good top pairing, but their top 4 overall just not incredible. Not amazing overall. I like their forward core. I think letting go, because I think they let go of Evgeny Sveshnikov over the offseason, was a mistake. I thought he could have been a really good third line guy for you guys. Axel Janssen Fialbi, waiving him was a mistake. I really liked Axel Janssen when he was playing with the Jets this season. Yeah, I think you guys didn't buy enough at the deadline. Nino Niederreiter was your kind of big move, which I kind of get, getting that top 6 winger forward depth only costs a second, but just didn't really do all that much to help the defensive side. Jack, technically it started in 2003, 2004, but we are currently in the 2004-2005 non-lockout season. We are currently I think we simmed July yesterday. I think I want to say we simmed not July, sorry, January yesterday. Yes, we simmed January. So we are currently in the February 05. We're simming that tomorrow, more than likely, if I don't decide to come up and stream. If I don't feel like it, I will be doing a sim tomorrow, 3 o'clock EST. Yeah, we're just simming. This is actually the last sim before the trade deadline, too. So, yeah. Harry, how many points does McDavid have now? Dan, without looking, I want to say it's 134. I think we talked about that earlier. Connor McDavid, I think it's 134, 138. He has 60 goals and 138 points. Funny enough, actually, boyos, they still haven't updated because I'm pretty sure that he scored his 61st in overtime. Big shout out, by the way, McDavid, who still needs his 300th career NHL goal. That is very fun. But yeah, Jack, we did start in 03-04, but it is currently the 04-05 season right now. So yeah. And by the way, if you have any questions, do not be afraid to ask the general chat as well. The general chat is your friend. Guys in the league will always be open to help you. I'm always open to help you. You can DM me if you need any help with the league. Again, like I said, stream chat, obviously, since I'm live, that obviously it's easier to do it in the stream chat. But general chat of the Sim League as well, that will also help you. Yeah. All right, boys, let's finish this game because I've been streaming for almost an hour and 40 minutes. Holy shit, you guys have been coming in and out. Oilers, I see getting the second round, but not further. Dexter, me too. I actually see their depth also being an issue this year. Last year, they were heavily carried by McDavid and Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins. They're three centers who sometimes were their two centers because Draisaitl was playing on the wing with McDavid. Yeah, for me, I do think they get to the second round, but not further. Again, because of that. Their goaltending is definitely an issue. Jack Campbell is their starter. Playing their backup, $5 million. Stuart Skinner, I don't know if I see him being enough to be able to help that goaltending issue get past that second round. The defense, I do like their defense, but there's something there that I don't see being logistically sound in the playoffs. Kulak and Ceci, no. Broberg, Bouchard are way too young right now. I think they brought in Matthias Ekholm, who does help their blue line with, I was going to say Duncan Keith, they gave Tyson Berry to Nashville. I forget who they have there as number one defenseman. It might be Matthias Ekholm now, actually. But Ekholm does help settle things defensively. But where's the offense coming from on their blue line now? Where does that offense come in from Edmonton to help them in the playoffs? Hakanpää hates the Islanders' playoff hopes. Why does he do that, Sons? Why? Are the Islanders playing right now? Are they playing right now? Oh, Yanni Hakanpää, I see, because Yanni Hakanpää, I guess, took a penalty. I forgot Hakanpää was with the Dallas Stars. Did he take a penalty or does he hate? Oh yeah, Darnell Nurse. I forgot about him, Dexter. Yeah, Darnell Nurse. That's how good he's been this year. I completely forgot about him. Darnell Nurse. There's been points this season where he's looked solid. He has 38 points. He's nearing a career high in points, which he should be able to set this year. Definitely not a career high in goals, but for a guy making $9.25 million, I would not expect just 40 points out of him. You need him to take that next step in his game. For a second, I thought his weight on HockeyDB said 321 pounds, and I was about to be very happy. But again, I would expect way more out of a guy like Darnell Nurse. There's been a lot of defensive lapses in his game, which will hurt in the playoffs. Darnell Nurse is a good defenseman, not for $9.25 million, but just... Yeah, Darkster. Yeah, I only remember, because his sister's on the cover of NHL 23. Sarah Nurse is on the cover 23. Yeah, I forgot about that. That feeling when you're in the NHL and your sister makes the NHL game cover before you do. That's a yikes, my friend. There's a reason I haven't bought an NHL 23 yet. It's because I haven't bought an NHL 22 yet. What do you think it was? Sexism? Racism? No, legit. I haven't bought 22 or 23 yet. 22 had Matthews on the cover, and then 23 was Nurse and Zegras. And then 24... I don't even know who it's going to have. Maybe McDavid again? Maybe? He took a pen. Damn, he took a pen on the ice. Damn. He took a pen. That sucks, Sons. Hopefully Penn doesn't score on the pen. Yeah. But do you think McDavid can hit 170 points? Dan, there's that potential. I don't know if he does. I think he gets to 70 goals. But I don't know if he gets to 170 points. I think he'll get close. I think he'll hit 160, maybe 165. Unless he can somehow up that game even more in the final 10 games of the year. Maybe he hits 170, but I don't know. I bought it so I could play Laura Stacey on the fourth line because I watched her play in college at Dartmouth. I don't know if it's Dartmouth or Dartmouth, but I'm gonna say Dartmouth just in case. Dexter, that's sick, man. Laura Stacey on the fourth line, specifically to play her on the fourth line. I like the specification of her on the fourth line because I watch her play at college. Hey, let's go, Dexter. That's sick, man. That's fucking cool. Hell yeah, let's go, Dexter. That's actually really cool. That's cool. Seeing some people buying the NHL games, for the women. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool, admittedly. Whew. Now while I wait for more comments to come in, I'm gonna get through the game. Yeah, so the empty net goal. Yeah, Matheson with a nice deke just gets stripped. Drouin then has a great pass over to Gurianov. Just unfortunately wide of the net. That would have made it 4-3. Really good passing play. Don't get how people say Jonathan Drouin is one of the worst forwards for the Canadiens right now, because he played very well tonight. I really like the offense that he bring. Unfortunately, I really like offense he bring. No, fortunately, he didn't have any points tonight. He did have some really solid passing with this one. The one I mentioned way earlier in the stream, because we've been going for an hour 40. We've been going for a minute and 40 seconds. But yeah, I like Drouin tonight. I think he's been playing incredible since the trade deadline and since the All-Star break. Yeah. He did scare me. Dark Star, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jonathan Drouin had some great passes. Like, Jonathan Drouin, there's some games where he'll decide, you know what? I don't want to make great passes, but I want to make just good, effective passes. And then there's nights like tonight where he's like, you know what? I want to do both at the same time. Really effective passes and really pretty passes. And he does them both at once. And like you said, yeah, like he scared me a couple times as well, because it was like, oh my God, Drouin almost scored. Drouin almost got that. Drouin passed there. Oh my God. Like there wasn't as many like turnovers that Drouin, because there's been a few this year, like a few very rarely, where I'll notice Drouin turns the puck over or he passes in a bad area. Yeah, for me, like I've been a big fan of Jonathan Drouin. Genuinely, like Dexter, I don't know if he would fit here, if he'd even want to sign. But like just because like he was a Canadian, not because like anything against Boston, but like if Boston wanted to give Drouin a contract this year, like a 1 year, $1 million type of deal, like bring him in as a good third line guy. Genuinely, I could see Jonathan Drouin clicking really well in Boston. I would love to see Jonathan Drouin get a year in Boston to prove himself under a head coach who allows him to play pure offense, play him with potentially a David Pastrnak or a Brad Marchand, because Drouin can technically play the wing, can technically play center. He's been at center a couple times this year. He's not ideal there. He's best on the left wing or maybe the right wing, but he technically is a guy who can play all three positions. But yeah, I'd love that. I did not see Brad's assist the other night to Jake DeBrusk. I'll look it up in a minute, Dexter, though. Hey, Jack, thank you for heading out, man. Thank you for heading out and leaving chat. No, thank you for coming by, man. No problem for letting you join, man. We're always going to be welcoming to anybody if they want to join the league. I'll try and stay active. Hey, thank you again, Jack. No problem. I ping whenever there's a sim. I always ping when teams have certain issues they need to fix because of like trades, in free agency, whatever. So yeah, you're going to be getting pings when you need to do stuff, basically. So yeah. And then when there's sims, you don't even need to do anything. Just sit back and let it happen, basically. You can request line changes during the sims if you need. And it's very fun. You'll get the hang of it as we go along, though. You will definitely get the hang. Yeah. Mick Dix over. Easy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dexter, the goal. Okay, so Marchand pass to DeBrusk. This might show up. Okay, that's 2 days ago. All world pass. There we go. Feeds Jake DeBrusk off. So, well, of course, it was against the Senators. I don't know if that really counts. So in comes DeBrusk. And that's a pass. I want to say, yeah, Marchand. Oh my God, that is fucking beautiful, dude. Holy shit, dude. If Drouin could lay a pass like that and have the person getting the pass do something like DeBrusk, Drouin would have 40 assists this year. Change the world. Change the world. My final message. Good night. Thank you, sons. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you, man. God damn it. Oh, I love you. I love you, sons. Thank you for coming by, man. And yeah, Dexter. Whew, I can't blame you for going on about that pass because it was beautiful. as pretty as that pass was, I will argue the goal might have been that much better. Just also big shout out Jake DeBrusk having an issue with Bruce Cassidy. Everybody thinking he sucks, and then this year saying, you know what? Yeah, no, I don't suck. My head coach sucked, and scoring 45 goals this year. It feels like. What does Jake DeBrusk even have this year? Like 20? What is it like? Genuinely, like 25, 26 goals, 24 goals this year, 46 points in just 53 games. Jake DeBrusk is a bust. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Keep in mind, under Bruce Cassidy even last year, because I think Bruce Cassidy was still with the team last year, this is a dude who still scored 25 goals. For 14th overall, yeah, probably want a bit more, but he's taken that next step this year. Jake DeBrusk is still actually around that like 20 or so range, because it's like McDavid, Marner, Ranson, Aho, Eichel, Connor as your top 6, then Barzal, Konechny, Meyer, Besser, Werenski, Hintz, Hanifin, Kaprizov, Zaka, Shabbat, Beauvillier, Strome, then DeBrusk. Genuinely, I would take DeBrusk over Strome, over Beauvillier, obviously not Shabbat. This is just based off points. Maybe even over Pavel Zaka. I would take DeBrusk over those guys. So like that was not a god awful pick. It's just taken a while to get him to where he has turned what he's turned into. I'm fucking stupid. Seeing the impact the entire team has made without Cassidy. Exactly, Dach, sorry. Like if this is the team that could have won the cup in 2019, like if this is the team with Bruce Cassidy, it's almost not the exact same team, but it's a good chunk of these guys were here for that 2019 cup run. Imagine what they might do this year. Now, granted, they're on pace for 63 wins. We've seen what happens to team who end the year with 63 wins. Not good things unless you're Detroit in 96. Not necessarily good things, but still, this Bruins team looks different than 2019, than that Lightning and ironically 2019 Lightning and the 96 Red Wings. Really solid. They look a lot different. And exactly, Dexter, like you said, seeing what the team has done without Bruce Cassidy, with not Rick Bowness, he's in Winnipeg, I think. I forget who their head coach is now. But seeing what they've done without Cassidy is genuinely insane. Knights win 3-2. Riley Smith and Logan Thompson both have injuries. That sucks, Cat. I like Riley Smith. Yeah, as a middle first-round pick, you get a 25 goal score. I take that all day. Me too, Darkness. I would absolutely take that. 25 goal score, roughly 50, 60-point score. I think he's on pace for about 65 points this year, about 60, 65. I would gladly take that with a mid-first-round pick. I would take a 20-goal score with a mid-first-round pick. Gladly take that. Especially even like a guy who Jake DeBrusk, who has a bit of defense to him. A little bit. I actually like him. Cat, Habs for the cup in a year or two. As much as I wish I could say I agree with you, it's going to take a couple years before we get even to a potential cup contention status. I'd say 5 years before we're really in like Habs definitely have what it takes to win a cup this year potentially. Until we're in that discussion. Let the Bruins, the Lightning, the Leafs, let them have their fun now. When the Habs are really in 4 or 5 years where they're really going to be, all the teams are going to be scared. I think the Habs are going to be one of the scariest teams there. Exactly. Also leadership, depth, defense, the goaltending. I don't see a lot of teams beating the Bruins 4 times in 7 games either, Daxstar. Legit, the only team I could see doing that might honestly be Colorado. That's probably the only team I see, just because they won the cup last year and they know what it takes to beat a literal dynasty. They beat the Lightning last year. They know what it takes. My double chin is more visible than ever right now. I've been eating a lot of cereal the last couple of days. Big shocker. I think Colorado is like the only team that might be able to beat you guys in 4 out of 7 times in the playoffs. Of course, we'll see in the playoffs. Who knows? Maybe the first round comes and they're shockingly defeated by whoever the second wildcard team is. Who knows? Maybe they storm their way to a Stanley Cup. Maybe it's anywhere in between. Who knows? Oh, Dexstar. I would definitely say Colorado's scary. I don't know about the Canes, though. I don't know if I see the Canes being as big of a threat as I think people say. They're a decent team. They're a playoff contender, definitely. I don't know. Their goaltending is hot and cold. They're very injury prone, except for that point Kachetkov guy. I think he's just in the AHL right now. I like their defense. It's just the depth. Jesperi Kotkaniemi is their second, third line center. I don't know if I see that being a genuine threat personally. For me, I'm just not a massive fan of that. The only team that swept Boston this year is Vegas. Okay, I mean to be fair, Sorry, boys. Just eating some Pringles. I'm really hungry right now. Regular season is definitely different than the playoffs. So I would say take regular season results. Is that a tooth? No, with a grain of with a grain of salt, with a grain of chunk, with a grain of salt. There is a little bit of merit there, but Boston will have what it takes because they're going to up that game in the playoffs even more. Sorry, boys. I could have. Oh boy, God, that went to like 3 levels for a second. Sorry, boys. I'm actually gonna turn the gain down a little bit. Fast-paced offense is what scares me. Defense scares me a little bit. Yeah, Dexter, I could see. Like, I definitely think the fast-paced offense of Carolina is a little bit worrying. Could be a little bit worrying to a team like Boston, who is definitely more about that ground you out, make you exhausted, and then hey, you know what? We're just gonna score 6 on you casually. More about that kind of ground them out, a little bit dirty play. The defense definitely. I think Carolina has a really solid defense core, and then like you said, the goaltending kind of The goaltending's not super amazing. Like I said, they're very injury prone, very hot and cold in my opinion. But I do think Boston could beat Carolina. Like I said, I think Colorado is like the one team that I think actually really stands like a chance right now. Obviously in the playoffs, we'll see. And again, maybe they're out in the first round. Maybe they win the cup. Maybe they're anywhere in between. We'll see. But right now, I do see Colorado being the only team that might potentially beat Boston. But even then, it's like big. Yeah, no, you're going to have to really fight hard to beat them type of deal. Kat, yeah, Vegas did beat them without half their team. I mean, that is true. But again, keep in mind, Boston, yeah, no Stone, Eichel, Stevenson, Marchessault, Howden. That is true, Kat. Though, again, keep in mind, playoffs are a completely different level. With how well Boston will be playing in the playoffs, if they make the finals against Vegas, even if they did beat them in the regular season, they're going to need Stone in the playoffs. They're going to need Jack Eichel. They're going to need Stevenson, Marchessault. I'm sure I think all these guys except Stone are back right now, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, because Eichel scored a hat trick last game, and that really funny moment. Yeah. Dexter, exactly. Playoff Krejci is in the back pocket. People forget a lot how good David Krejci has been in the playoffs for the Boston Bruins. The points have been there. People forget David Krejci, when they won the cup in 25 games, 12 goals, 23 points. When they went to the finals in 2013, 22 games, 9 goals, 26 points. The 1 year that David Krejci had 0 goals, actually the two years was 13-14 where he still had 4 assists, 0 goals, and 16-17 where he played 3 games, 0 points. And I think 17, was that not the first year the Bruins beat the Leafs, or was it 17-18? No, 16-17 was the year the Caps beat the Leafs. Who did the Bruins go out to in 2017? I forget. But yeah, every other year, he's been very solid. 07-08, 7 games, 5 points. 08-09, 11 games, 8 points. 09-10, 9 games, 8 points. I already mentioned the 11 Cup run. 11-12, 7 games, just 3 points, but still not god-awful. 12-13, I already mentioned that. 13-14, 16-17, 17-18, 12 games, 10 points. When they went to the finals in 2018-19, 24 games, just 4 goals, 16 points. Krejci has been great, and he's arguably having one of his best seasons at 36 years old. 16 goals, 55 points in 65 games. The Sens, yeah, Dexter. Yeah, I remember, yeah, because the Sens beat the Rangers. They beat the Bruins in the second round, I think it was. Then they lost to the Penguins. Yeah, okay, I do remember that now. Yeah, Kat, exactly. Like the Bruins know how to comprise a team that not only give full team effort, but know how to show up when they need to. That's what the Bruins have done that I think a lot of other teams in the league, while they're trying to build a team that can make the playoffs, they don't have as many guys that can really deal that, that punch, that, oh, we're down 3-2. I got to turn it up. I have to do what I can to help this team. They don't have those guys who want to better the team and will risk injuries, risk playing through injuries to help the team even more. My light just flickered, and I'm worried the power might go out. I'm assuming it won't, but yeah. Yeah, Bobby Ryan drove the dagger. Yeah, Daxstar. Now that you're bringing that up, I am remembering that a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, God. That sucks. Yeah. Down 4-1 with 10 minutes left in 2013. God, I forgot about that Deck Star. Down 4-1 with 10 minutes left in 2013. Yeah, exactly. Down 4-1. That one. To be fair, that was almost all Bergeron. I know. Lucic. I think Bergeron scored the game tying and the game winner. Lucic was great. Nathan Horton. People don't talk enough about how fucking good Nathan Horton was before like the injuries really took over. I don't remember if he was with you guys in 2013. Yes, he was. Like 2011. He played 2 years in the playoffs. He was with Florida from 0304 to 0910. 10-11 he's traded to the Bruins. 21 games, 8 goals, 17 points, winning the Stanley Cup. Very happy he does have a Stanley Cup under his banner. 12-13, 22 games, 7 goals, 19 points. People do not mention, against the Leafs, Dexter, yeah. People don't mention how good Nathan Horton was. I was just reminded of that because I remembered, 2013, the Leafs, Canadian teams, and Boston. Montreal in 2011, Nathan Horton. Yeah, Nathan, people do not remember. Yeah, Horton, Lucic, Bergie, yeah. I knew Nathan Horton scored somewhere in there. I thought he might have scored the first goal, but he did score the 4-2 goal, yeah. Horton, Lucic, and then Bergeron, yeah. Would have been awesome if Bergeron had scored one of the other two and had the hat trick, but you know what, hey, you came back down 4-1 to take the series in the game. I'm sure you're more than happy with that. More than happy with that. Yeah. Oh, God, dude. Nathan Horton, dude. I wish Nathan Horton was still in the league, man. Well, okay, he wouldn't still be in the league because I think he's like 36 now. Like 38. But, like, wish he played in the league a couple years longer than he did. But, yeah. Okay, God, where am I? Habs have the empty net with 2 minutes left. That is true, Dexter. 2013, you guys also did have my favorite player of all time and one of the greatest NHL players of all time, Jaromir Jagr. You guys did have him, too. It's still weird to think you guys had Jagr that year, and in, I think, 22 games, he had 0 goals, like 14 assists, but somehow 0 goals. Now, Dexter, if you could, by the way, I just realized the 37 in your name is probably for Patrice Bergeron. I just realized that. Was Jagr just a very good veteran pass first guy, or was he just incredibly snake bitten those playoffs? Because I will often look over Jagger's stats, and I'll just look and I'll be like, that's wrong. He had to have had 1 goal in those playoffs, at least. It's weird. I am glad he does have his 2 Stanley Cups, though. I am glad. Oh, God. Yeah, I got to end stream soon. I'm streaming for almost 2 hours, and I got to use the bathroom. All right. I love to continue talking, obviously. But, I will obviously keep talking as long as we're getting the conversations coming through. But I will finish the game at the very least. He was snake bitten, if I do remember. Yeah, Dexter, yeah. That would make sense. Like, Jagr has, like, especially as he got older, was a more veteran presence and a pass first guy. But yeah, there's no way he doesn't go a playoff run without at least 1 goal if he's not snake bitten. So yeah, it would make sense if he was snake bitten. If he was a pass first though guy though, you have to give him props for that because 14 assists or whatever he had in 24 games, very solid. Habs have the empty net with 2 minutes left. Funny, he can't even score an empty net. There had to have been one situation where he was on the ice for an empty net and just didn't score. I love it. But the Bruins have an empty net. The Bruins decided to pull Swayman and give the Habs a chance to get back in. No, the Habs pulled the goalie, pulled Jake Allen with 2 minutes left, a.k.a. Jake Allen was still in net. No, they had the empty net. Canadiens can't score. They got a couple decent chances. Boston attempts the empty net. There's no icing called on the play. Swayman would actually attempt the empty net twice. Unfortunately, would not get anywhere near. Second one actually almost got past the Canadiens' blue line. Good defense, though, to stop the shot. Bruins try to go for the empty net. Marchand trying to find Pasta for his 50th. That gets blocked. Bruins were kind of not tackling. There was a really weird, like, not scrum, but a really weird, like, fall over each other moment with like 10 seconds left. Really weird to see that happen. Yeah. The Habs lose. 4-2 is your final score. Brad passing up a goal for Pasta's 50. Yeah, Dexter. That shows how good, not how good, how team friendly Marchand is. He has a clear wide open net, could easily just take it, and it's like, nah, Pasta needs 50. I'm gonna pass to him. And unfortunately got broken up, but like that shows how good of a guy Brad Marchand is. Like, you know what, I could score this and put the game away, but you know what, nah. Pasta needs his 50th. He's getting it. And I'm sure Pasta wouldn't have taken it. He would have wanted his 50th to be on a goaltender. But yeah. The final shots of the game were 31-21 for the Canadiens. Canadiens actually played very well this game. Despite losing 4-2, I thought we did have a very solid game. We outplayed the Bruins early in the first, outplayed them at certain portions of the game, but the Bruins were the Bruins. They played as good as they've been throughout the season. They played well. They had a great hockey game, and they just did what it took to win the game, and they did it. So yeah, boys, I'm going to get to the final stats. We'll continue talking for a couple more minutes before the end of the game. Big shout out nearing the 2-hour mark of the stream. We'll get there in a minute. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 22 goals, 35 assists, 57 points. 2-hour live stream, boys. Let's go. Kirby Dach, 14 goals, 25 assists, 39 points. Cole Caulfield was unfortunately out for the remainder of the season. 26 goals, 10 assists, 36 points. Josh Anderson, who is also out for the remainder of the year, as revealed earlier during the stream from the Montreal Twitter, he had 21 goals, 11 assists, 32 points. We should have traded him because then this injury would have been avoided. That sucks. Mike Hoffman, 12 goals, 17 assists, 29 points. He is somehow fifth on the team in scoring. Christian Dvorak, 10 goals, 18 assists, 28 points. He is unfortunately out for basically, it is the remainder of the year. Daxstar, yeah, the scoring chances we had late, exactly, Daxstar. Like the one with Duran passing to Gurianov, if he buries that for the 4-3 game, who knows how the game ends? Maybe it still ends 4-3. Maybe the Bruins are able to put away an empty net for a 5-3 win. Maybe we tie it. It could have changed the game, definitely, Daxstar. Like it definitely could have. Like there was one as well. God, I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it was Drouin passing to Harvey Pinard. I think it was during the second period, I think. There was one really solid pass that just... Oh, no, yeah, it was the Harvey Pinard chance on the power play that was beautifully saved by Ullmark, and somehow we couldn't put home the rebound. If that goes in and the Gurianov chance go in, this game more than likely goes to OT, and I would have loved that. I don't care if we would have lost 5-4. Overtime between the Bruins and the Canadiens is always fun to watch. Usually fun to watch, I should say. That would have been really nice. Oh, yeah, sorry, not Ullmark. Swayman. Swayman was in net. I forgot. Yeah, sorry. I'm so used to Ullmark putting up the good stats for the Bruins. I'm not used to it being Swayman. Like your goaltending. No, wait, no, not Boston Bruins goaltending. Somebody look up, Jeremy Swayman. Your goaltending. How are you guys going to pay Jeremy Swayman? Linus Ullmark, you have him locked up for 2 more years at $5 million, which is a goddamn steal. Last year was looking like, it's a decent deal. It's looking like a goddamn steal this year. 43 games, 1.95 goals against average, and a .937 save percentage with just 2 shutouts. Imagine if he had 5 or 6, because I guarantee there are a couple games where he allowed 1 goal, where it's like, yeah, Ullmark easily could have had the shutout tonight. This dude has only 2 shutouts on the year, and he's that good stats. Jeremy Swayman, while not as good, is still really fucking good. 31 games, 2.19 goals against average, .921 save percentage with 4 shutouts. He's a pending UFA. How are you guys going to pay him? Exactly. He's your 1B. Like, you guys are splitting these guys, and I've noticed that. You guys are playing Swayman a lot more in the last, 7-8 games. I'm pretty sure it's been, an equal, 4-4 start. You guys are resting Ullmark for the playoffs a little bit, and I like that. I do like that. And it's good, because if Ullmark, say, starts the playoffs and doesn't start off very hot, oh, cool, we got Swayman. He can play good. The thing with Swayman as well, the good thing is if you guys can't pay him, he is an RFA. But that is one thing, is I don't think Swayman's going to want more than Ullmark. I don't think he's going to want more than, say, $3 million. Boston has always been really good at getting guys who will take team-friendly deals to remain with the team. Brad Marchand did that. Pasta, not really, but to be fair, he kind of had to get paid big time. But Bergeron, he took $2 million to come back to Boston. Krejci took $1 million to come back this year. Exactly, Daxstar. Hopefully, he does take a semi-team friendly deal. You guys have been great at finding players who will take team friendly deals to win a cup in Boston. You guys have been able to you guys have been great at doing that, and I think teams have been trying to do that. I think Montreal has been trying to replicate that because you guys are all about team friendliness, the character, making sure you have that chemistry, but also that character and that strong will and that good personality. I think that's what a team like Montreal has been trying to do with Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton. And I think Colorado has done a great job of that. And Tampa Bay, to a lesser extent, I think has done good at what Boston is doing there. I really like that type of system. I really like that type of mentality. hopefully Montreal can capitalize on it and hopefully be pretty good at it. Hopefully Caulfield. Really, Dexter. I did not know that. Patrice Bergeron, early in his career, turned down $2 million from Montreal to stay in Boston. I didn't know that, actually. So this must have been after what, like his third season then, when he was like an RFA, right? This must have been when he was like an RFA after like 06, 07 then, because I'm assuming it was a 3-year ELC for Marchand. I accidentally pushed the backspace button on my mouse, but thankfully the live streaming thing was the only tab open on my live streaming. That was the only page that was open, so it didn't back out. Yeah, I would assume, like I said, it would have had to have been after the third season. That is genuinely insane. First of all, that he would have taken there's a chance he could have taken $2 million, but also just imagine the career trajectory if Bergeron for some reason says, I don't want to. Excuse me. If he says, I don't want to play in Boston, do not match my offer sheet. I will not play. Let me go to Montreal. Imagine how different both of those franchises are. Like, Boston doesn't win a cup in 2011. I don't think so. Bergeron was the backstop of that team. Chara and Tim Thomas. Well, Tim Thomas obviously was, but I think Bergeron was kind of underrated for that playoff run. Montreal has their first line French-Canadian center who they can build around. Oh, yeah, no, Dexter, you'd be a lot sadder. I think a majority of Boston fans would be a lot sadder. Every time we play Montreal and Boston, they would be booing him instead of cheering him. We'd be enjoying the benefits of Patrice Bergeron in Montreal. We'd be enjoying that 50, 60, sometimes 70-point score. We'd be enjoying that. Yeah, genuinely insane. Let me actually look that up. Patrice Bergeron offer sheet, because there might be something. Sign Patrice Bergeron to a 1-year deal. Montreal, maybe that'll help. Slam door, no, that's 2022. A major revelation, no. Dispels idea of joining Canadians. No. There's nothing here. That sucks. That must have been like. Oh, actually, maybe. Actually, wait, maybe. Last question for me. Hey, no problem, Dexter. Thank you for asking the questions. Thank you for coming by so much. Thank you for being like a really civil Boston fan. I know there's not a lot of toxic Boston fans, but there's a couple that seep through. Thank you for coming by and asking a lot. I appreciate that. Whenever you want to come by to the stream and ask more questions, feel free to. Last question: does Bergie get the 6th healthy? Absolutely, Dackstar. I think whether it's this year or if he comes back for another season next year, and like that's the final season for him. I unfortunately do think he retires in the next 3 years. He's what, 37? Yeah, he's 37. I could see this maybe being his last year, if not next year. I think he gets the Selke this year, because for me, there's no way with how great Patrice Bergeron has been, he doesn't get that 6th Selke. I've seen a decent amount of Bergeron this year. He's still as good as I think he's ever been. I really like what Patrice Bergeron has done with the Bruins, obviously. Obviously, he does too, and the team does. But he's played great defensively, great offense as well. But that defensive game, the face-off winning, just everything that Bergeron brings to a team, I don't think he does. I don't think he does get the 6th Selke, but I think he does. Yes, we do, Dexstar. We actually have a Discord. Link is in the description in case you cannot check on the Discord in case you're on like mobile or you can't click the link. I will put it in the chat in just a second. I forgot about the 316 day video. Yeah, I will copy it and paste it in the chat. There we go. That is the main Discord. Also, as I mentioned earlier, I do have a Sim League. You can request the link in the Discord if you want to join. Yeah, I post notifications every time that I stream or post a video, so you don't have to turn on YouTube notifications because, quite frankly, they don't really work. And yeah, we just talk in there occasionally. It's a fun little hangout. So yeah, we do that. We take those W's. All right, I'm gonna get back to the Canadiens stats and work my way to the outro. If you guys got any more comments or questions, again, please feel free to ask them if you will. Mike Matheson, 7 goals, 18 assists, 25 points. Because I believe I got through Jonathan Duran. David Savard, 3 goals, 16 assists, 19 points. Yevgeny Dadonov, when he was with the Canadiens, had 4 goals, 14 assists, 18 points. The same as Caden Gooley, who's unfortunately out for the rest of the year. Sean Monahan, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. He's also seemingly out for the rest of the season. Jordan Harris, 3 goals, 12 assists, 15 points. He's unfortunately hurt as well. Raphael Harvey-Pinard, a very bright spot for the Canadiens in his brief time with the Habs. 9 goals, 5 assists, 14 points. Justin Barron, 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. Michael Pezzetta, 3 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. Arber Xhekaj, who is unfortunately out for the rest of the year, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Jesse Ullinen and Rem Pitlick, then Ullinen, have 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Alex Belzile, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. Jonathan Kovacevic, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Yoel Armia, who's unfortunately out for the rest of the year, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Jake Evans, who actually was back tonight, he is not in red. 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Roy Safkovsky, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Sorry, Jesse Ullinen is actually hurt. He's out with an illness, I believe. So yeah, Joel Edmondson, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. Brendan Gallagher with 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Thanks for the Civil Bruins fan bit. Just a guy trying not to spread hate living in small town Vermont. Hey, let's go, Daxstar. No problem, man. I'm glad that you're not trying to spread any hate, man. I know a lot of really, really good Bruins fans, but unfortunately, I know the fan. Sorry. Just remembered I can mute my mic when I cough. But yeah, I know that unfortunately Boston has a bit of a reputation of not being the greatest fan base. They're a great fan base, if you ask me. Very passionate, very loyal to their team. And hell yeah, man, I'm a Habs fan, not trying to spread any hate either. Thank you very much for coming by, my good sir. Thank you again for listening to a Habs fan's opinions about the Pitlick hit, the Marchand thing. Oh, not the Marchand thing. The AJ Greer thing. And thank you just for not being toxic when I thought that the Pitlick thing wasn't all that dirty at first. I just thank you. I'm genuinely not used to having other teams' fan bases come in and just not be toxic. Surprisingly, we get those fans occasionally. Yeah, for some reason, occasionally we just yeah. Thank you, Dexter. Though appreciate it, my guy. Thank you very much for coming by. If there's anybody else in the chat, clap us in the chat for Daxstar. Much appreciated. Whew. Denny, he is apparently French now. Denis Gurianov, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points in his brief tenure with the Habs. Chris Weidman has 6 assists. Anthony Richard, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. He's back in Laval right now. Chris Tierney with a goal, 4 assists for 5 points. Jake Allen and Corey Shenneman each with an assist. Arber Xhekaj has 9 fights. Michael Pezzetta has 6. Caden Gooley, and Jake Evans each have 2. Surprisingly, Jake Evans. Kirby Dach, Josh Anderson, Mike Matheson, Alex Belzile, Jonathan Kovacevic, Brendan Gallagher, and Chris Weidman all have a fight as well. I always love doing that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't mean to end the stream, but after 2 hours, my voice gets a little rough. Even with the water, it's a little rough. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harais. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share on everything, which includes, but it's not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harais. We're on Fluff Club. Subscribe to Heath Club, Son of Suburbs, around the nation, and from the Mod Squad. Thank you for moderating comments on streams and during videos. It's much greatly appreciated. Links description on the Amazon wishlist, the P-Box, and the PayPal. The Discord, Letterboxd, Twitter account, and the Discord and the Twitch, are all down there as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Harais, and I am out. Ale Montreal. Always remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how fairly okay we've been this year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Harais again, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye. 2 hours, 13 minutes, boys. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go jerk off an imaginary dick tent in the